all and welcome to this. We're joined by Eric, who has not been on here in forever.
2 years.
Uh,
2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Yeah. But we're gonna talk some WWE. We're gonna talk some AEW, and kind of go with it. So.
Chase,
You want to plug the thing? You want to plug the thing?
Yeah, Chase, can you give us the plug at the beginning?
Oh, all right. Well, okay, hold on, because that's two things. So last week we launched the Patreon, and if you sign up for the Patreon, that means I will go carnival barker on your ass once I open this thing they totally told me to do before we hit the record button. Where's the list? Where's the damn list? Oh, there's the list. All right. Shout outs to Sean Byrne, who's Sean KUD on the Discord. Impossible, who's Sam on the Discord. Matthew Harder, who's Dinosaur Avenger. Lisa Needs Braces on the Discord. Eddie Tinska, who is ROH Styles 23. Eddie on the Discord. Jake Randlett, who is Double Cross King Balanced Views on the Discord. The Great Hambino, who's Kevin Ham B on the Discord. And Flamethrower. I'm not mentioning Brandon or Jim, but I just said it. But yeah. Also, we just uploaded episode 7 of Blue Moon Wrestling Theater, which has the best thumbnail ever made. Because when you're seeing Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe, this is what an AI thinks you should be looking like as you choose death. And you can see why we're smiling so much if you give us $3. And just as a reminder, that is patreon.com/ Blue Moon Wrestling Show Premium. You get all. We now have 22 hours of content. No, wait. Oh crap, that number's even wrong because I uploaded all on BMW up there, and Markeem started doing movie podcasts up there. There's more stuff. More stuff keeps happening. More stuff is going. Stay tuned.
Chase kind of looks like a young Necro Butcher in that AI graphic.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Especially with the choose death.
Is that an oxymoron?
With like
young
no
Necro
beard.
Butcher?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's why it's hard to conceive of a young Necro Butcher, but that's what it would look like.
Choose death.
All right, man. Can we start with this WWE, ESPN madness that's been going on today? With this report, like, what's going on? Chase, let people know what's going on.
Okay, so this morning,
I got some stuff to say.
BJ Bethel. What do you have stuff to say? Who you got stuff to say about?
Go for it.
What you got stuff to say about? Anyways, this morning. Anyways, BJ Bethel reported that ESPN is not going to renew WWE. This is not the first time this has happened in the wrestling industry where someone decides during a deal not to renew it, and publicly they say otherwise. Fox with SmackDown. ESPN themselves with UFC, Turner with the NBA, and probably the most famous case in our circle, Spike TV with TNA Impact. But decisions like this will probably be made early now because the new CEO is about to come in. That's why Bob Iger bought the Lakers, because that's his next thing he's doing. Because the new CEO is it January he's starting or Q4?
I've denounced my Laker fandom, so I have no clue.
Oh, really, Brandon?
I'm talking about the new Disney CEO. Who cares about the Lakers?
Oh, you talking about? Gotcha.
No, but we don't have any Disney marks here that we don't know.
I like Disney, but I don't know what they do.
Yeah, I don't.
Josh, what do you think about the report?
What do I think about the report? I mean, we've talked about it. You know.
Say that again. We've talked about it.
We've talked about it. We've talked about that this probably was going to happen because there was no way they were going to be happy with it because it seemed like they weren't happy with it from the get-go. So, but I mean, it's not like we'll see. I'm sure we will learn more about this. We already saw some people come on and say, oh, that's not, they're not canceling WWE. And it's like, well, yeah, because the money's guaranteed. Why would you cancel them? Unless it was really, 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 really bad. So.
I mean, it kind of is.
It kind of is, but it's not like. But, I mean, I would love to say I was shocked when I read it, but I wasn't. So. I mean, we've been discussing this since like the third
Brandon
show.
Brandon, this is what I'm going to ask you. Who were the two people who immediately reposted ESPN's PR blurb about it? Who were the two first people to do that? Can you name them?
I don't know. Probably the same suspects. That's fine.
Exactly.
Here's my thing. Is what he's saying and what he's reporting, is that out of the realm of possibility? No, because Josh, you just said we've been talking about this for a while. But what has he done to back up this claim that this is going to happen, that he's saying that he got from sources that this is going to happen? We've all seen how this ESPN dealt. I mean, we're a year in, less than a year in, and it doesn't look like it's going great. So all of us have pretty much been saying, just like Chase said with Fox and all these people, once the deal is up, they're probably going to get out of it. Why would you announce it right? Like, what is announcing it right now today going to change? How has it changed our thinking? Because, again, we've been saying the same thing that he just reported today. And I don't know what his sources are, but all I can say is that his one thing that he put out, the biggest thing that he's put out, has still never been backed up. We've never heard anyone else back up that 500,000 watchers on Max.
Dave said
he said 100%. Like, yeah, I'm putting it out there like he's correct, or it just seems like
no, it's like
because he put that out a while ago and no one else has since said like that's 100% happened. People are still trying to say that's not a thing.
Well, you have AEW.
So I think with him coming out with this and still not having that proven to be right, I don't know. Again, I don't think it's out of the realm that's going to happen. Like, yes, they're probably not doing well on there, but I don't know if I'm taking this reporting seriously. That's what I'm saying right now.
Okay.
All I was going to say was just on that specific point. I think, yes, AEW's product is better now, but AEW's pay-per-view numbers being so much better than past years, despite similar, like, linear cable TV numbers that were getting reported from Dave, I think that's hard to justify unless you actually do believe there's a lot of viewers on Max, and which I do think makes a lot of sense.
I think there are viewers, yeah, for sure. The number's not, it's definitely a big difference, but yeah, but 500,000 again, we still haven't had that.
But if it's like 350 instead of 500, like, does that meaningfully change, like, or even 400 instead of 500? You see what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying it changes as far as his reporting is all I'm going on with.
Fine.
So, again, I
think this is hilarious. I think this is absolutely hilarious, man. Look, man. I love it. I love it for them. I love it for. And by the way, the views of me are the views of me because I have actual press here now. So if I say some wild shit, it does not reflect on in the actual press that's here. I think it's hilarious, man, because they thought just with name value, oh man, everyone knows the WWE, and Nick Khan keeps doing this, and I wonder if this will be the end of it. Will this be the moment that now we don't see this?
I mean,
this company gave WWE $2 billion.
Because here's the thing: is both the Netflix deal and the ESPN deals were good deals, but I keep saying this, they're not great deals, and I think Endeavor thought they were going to be great deals, and I think they needed them to be great deals, and they're not, and I think that's a big part of all of this that no one really talks about. Is what were Endeavor's expectations of what those TV deals were going to be? Because
they wanted like double, and none of them doubled.
Like,
and also when you consider the Netflix deals worldwide, it's not even close to matching what they were getting before.
So my whole thing is that I hope this is like a wake up call for people that kind of like just follow all this stuff like we do. This company, the name of it means nothing anymore. Like, it just means it means nothing. Like I know people like, oh, that's kind of
I wouldn't say
extreme.
that.
But
No, yeah, I wouldn't say that. That's the only thing that means anything.
Josh,
is
you
the name.
put the WWE on Netflix and nobody gives a damn. They mean nothing.
Yeah, but how much of that? How much of
outside
that?
of us, they mean nothing.
How much of that is? How much of that was? They were like, oh, we can go to Netflix and it will be fine because they're going to give us all because we need the money. And like Tony has always said, he would probably never have taken that deal because he would have been like, I don't know if I want to leave broadcast TV or even cable TV. I don't want to not be on that. That's too big of a because what you're trying to do is exposure, and when you go to Netflix, you hurt your exposure, and we've seen that. And a lot of us said, "Hey, this is the thing's going to be: are people actually going to follow people to Netflix?" And they didn't. It's a TV viewing product.
But more people should be watching than there are. Like it's crazy. Like if you have access to Netflix,
but people watch SmackDown.
You have access to Monday Night Raw.
But people watch SmackDown. Like I said,
Do they watch SmackDown?
Yeah, I mean SmackDown.
As much as you think should be watching SmackDown, do they watch SmackDown? This is the number one company on the planet. This is the number one company.
But
nobody should even be able
how much
to
of that
them
just
at
says?
all.
How much of that is just where the wrestling industry is right now?
I disagree with that because we just talked about AEW with their record viewership numbers.
Yeah, but they can't draw. They can't draw weekly. But they can't draw weekly.
I don't care. Nobody watches the PLEs. Yeah. Nobody went to SummerSlam.
I think
this company means nothing now. They mean nothing to us in our bubble.
No,
in our bubble, they mean.
They're still drawing live.
I mean, they're not doing
as great.
Wait,
they don't mean shit to me at all.
You have to break it up.
They still drawing.
You have to break it up in parts because I kind of get what Josh is saying here. I think this is what combines all those points. It's that the PLEs don't mean that much. And I think the PLEs not being a good product is part of the story here in terms of their ability to grow because AEW's pay-per-view product is doing the best it's ever done this year. Meanwhile, WWE's PLE product got their deal canceled 1 year in, hypothetically, granted. So like
not renewed, but same
like without addressing like the whole systemic, like what does it mean for the company as a whole or weekly TV as a whole, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The PLE format is not working, and in another major company that the pay-per-view format is working very, very, very well. So I think it's directly an indictment on these. Yes, in part the WWE name, but also in part these shows just weren't that good. These shows weren't growing an audience on their own, and there's a consequence despite their fan base telling people that the matches don't matter, that the shows don't matter, that the star power and the aura and the long-run story over the course of a year, the shows not being good mattered. The shows not being good and being boring and being ad-filled, it mattered, and it prevented them from
drawing off their
doing that.
name. That's just the only thing they have.
But that's my thing. I don't think outside of our bubble the WWE name means hardly anything. I don't. I think the average person couldn't tell you anything about the WWE.
Well, yeah, but that's been the case for like.
But I think it's the worst it's ever been now. It is absolutely the worst.
No, it's not.
The worst it's been in a very long time. Absolutely.
Just coming off the peak that they just hit, there's no way.
I'm talking about okay, you think the average person...
That's a year and a half ago, Brandon. That is a year and a half ago.
But I'm saying, this is worse than like 2005, 2006, 2010.
That's 20 years ago. Let's just say lately. Let's just say in the past 10 years. Fine. This is really bad. It's really bad, bro. I don't think the average person knows who Obafemi is. I don't think the average person.
Well, you're just talking about people now.
I'm just saying, but it used to be the case. That used to be the case, and that's what a lot of these people hate.
It hasn't been.
Y'all don't let me finish.
They didn't know who 2019 motherfuckers were.
That's what a lot of people hang their hat on. That this is the place where all the household names are.
No,
it's
been bullshit for like 20 years.
But it's as bad as it's ever been right now at this moment. It's as bad, and y'all can't call me crazy on this because it's true. I know because my brother-in-law is a pro wrestling fan. My sister is surrounded by pro wrestling now. She don't know who none of these people are. None of them, and he watches Raw every week. And she don't know who none. She's in the house with him, with the show going on, and she can't name one person on this show. These people don't matter, man. They don't matter.
Marquine. Other than John Cena, who has mattered over the last 20 years?
Roman
Brock
Reigns and
Lesnar.
Cody Rhodes
Brock
and
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Huh?
Brock
That's your
Lesnar.
three.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. That's your three.
2 of the 3 are still
And
around.
maybe
two of
Punk a
those-
little.
And two of those, for a mass portion of that 20 years, didn't count.
Who? What are you talking about?
Roman and
Roman,
Cody. That's not like a
Roman.
new thing.
Oh, I got you.
Anyways, Eric, what do you think about this?
They're
All
not-
this.
they're
It's
not
been
famous,
15
though.
minutes.
Cody
Nobody's let you
Rhodes ain't
speak.
famous, man. Cody Rhodes. Not
Okay,
famous.
so here's the thing. I am curious, more so coming up from a reporter's point of view, where the actual source came from. Revealing the source is not happening. But if it's apparent to us how bad this deal was, do you think it's apparent to ESPN and WWE that they're not hitting those markers? I guarantee you this source probably came, if I was a betting man, came from, there was some sort of State of the Union town hall meeting where things got a little testy. And it's like, oh, we're not going to renew you now. And that's where that came out. It was probably a threat. Do I think a decision's actually probably been made, like Fox did during COVID, for all that, for SmackDown? I actually doubt it. Because even if WWE's markers are not being hit so obviously, because, I mean, Big Rat's right. These shows have sucked. Like, I sat through SummerSlam because I thought KO was coming back. What a horrible, just viewing experience.
They're all that bad.
And they're all that bad. Like, I remember sitting through, and it was on Peacock, all in forbid, but there were 4 matches on Cena's Go Home show. Like, and that's just one after another, and it's just, the presentation is like, AEW does too much, WWE doesn't do enough at times, and that's just how it is. And so, I really do think that
That's your partner now, Eric. That's your partner now. Don't.
European rights and stateside, I believe it's no, but hey, and I will say this up front: AEW actually, I think, has been doing. I was at Double or Nothing, best show I've ever been to in person by a wide mile, and they got probably another huge banger coming up on Sunday. I think everybody in the chat will be disappointed if this show is like, yeah, that was good, or it was very good. And that's all we say. That's a disappointment.
We're disappointed every time we go. It's just good. Like,
Higher.
like
Higher this
Right.
week, though, Josh. Higher
Right.
this week. This week is more, but like this week is not.
yeah, but I'm just saying.
Double or
I'm
Nothing
just
and
saying that
All In
we're
are
always
different.
Like that, though.
Like, I would actually,
Eric,
I think it's
also, when you're done, I got a question, but go ahead.
Okay. So my big point being, I would be shocked if ESPN has made that decision. WWE could turn it around. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Is it likely? I don't think so. But is it impossible? No. Like, could they catch fire? I didn't see them catching fire like they did before 40 coming, and they walked kind of backwards into that, but they did walk into it. And so,
That's a good point.
I don't think that things are tumultuous between the two of them, because there would have been something bigger than just one tweet one time from him. I'm sorry. I'm glad he stands by the story. There will be more to come out if he stands by it, because if where there's smoke, there's fire, he'll get more.
And
If
Brandon,
there's not, we won't.
Brandon,
Well,
to be,
I think Thursday will be an interesting, because that's when the Observer comes out.
Right.
Dave will either go, okay, this is what I've heard. This is, or no, there's definitely smoke to the.
He
or
hasn't
won't.
shot it
Or he
down
won't.
so far.
and did
He
you?
hasn't.
And
I wouldn't if I was him either. I'd save it for the Observer.
Did everyone else, did everyone else see the John Alba tweet where John Alba said that Fox, a year into that deal, already knew they weren't going to renew with WWE? And Brandon, you would ask, well, why wasn't that reported? That was during COVID, and like that was 1 year into the deal. They already knew, and so it's not impossible that they've already made the decision.
I'm not
Maybe-
saying it's impossible, yeah.
And yes, maybe two things can be true, that they have made the decision, but we don't know the veracity of BJ Bethel's reporting. I totally understand
Yeah,
that.
I'm really coming
But-
off of his report.
It was very obvious when that deal ended that it was made a long time ago, based on the lack of promotion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They were laughing at the product in the front row of the first show. Like, openly laughing at it. So
like
The Cain Velasquez show.
yeah, this is when
Yeah.
it was
yeah.
Fiend.
Kofi lost in
Fiend
5
nonsense.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one good way to go back to good booking is to just, I think they eventually realized, hey, how about we just push the guys that actually gave us that boom period in the first place, which are not the two people that everybody thinks. The catalysts not being Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. They were the standard bearers for the majority of it. The catalyst was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And this past few weeks, you kind of realize, oh shit, like let's hit that button over and over and over again, because those are the people that actually create the compelling story that made the bloodline over in the first place.
No, let's just do it again, except with Solo, Sikoa, and Fatu.
And
let's just do that.
Not coincidentally, I'm willing to bet the Kevin, Sammy, CM Punk story is probably going to be the story that they're all hyping up a few months from now, not Bloodline 2.0. Because that's actually what made Bloodline 1.0 good.
I can't believe they just went back to the Bloodline. What a horrible company.
But without the interesting
He doesn't know how to do anything, Marquine. He doesn't know how to do anything.
I mean, Eric said that they backed into the last boom period. These weren't the people that backed into it though. It was it was Vince and his guys that backed into it. So you don't even have those
still
people
there.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
Dwayne, The Rock is a big part of the WrestleMania side of it. Yeah.
The disruptor, my guy, the GOAT.
Well, Triple H is already doing the whole, and we said on the show that he would do this, and to not fall for it. The whole thing about how he doesn't care about wrestling, it's like, because he doesn't really know how to do anything creatively, the easy thing for him to do is, okay, Roman and Punk, you guys go half an hour. Roman, Seth Rollins, main event SummerSlam, you guys go half an hour. So our fans will call it the match of the year, even though it's not actually the match of the year. You're starting to see more of that, because even I think because he can't do anything cool creatively, so it's like, all right, let me just give my top guys half an hour, have our fans hype up the match. All of a sudden, the wrestling matters again. And yeah, it still won't save them, because the creative does matter, and they're still bad at that.
My question for Eric, real quick. It's off topic, but I was just curious. So you're in this. You're a journalist, so I have to ask. I always hear journalists say, "I never out my sources," and it's obvious as to why, right? Would there ever be a situation where you had no choice but to do so?
Criminal acts,
government compulsion. Yeah.
Would there ever journalists here, not you guys?
Would there ever be a source where I was forced to do it? Case by case, I actually think I would do it privately. I mean, out it to anyone or out it publicly? Those are two different answers.
Publicly.
Either or. How would it go in general, and how would it go publicly?
I've been in a scenario before where I've had to out it to coworkers to make sure they knew the veracity of the story that I was reporting was correct. I've had to do that. Okay. And that was in a closed door meeting. Nothing leaves this room. We got to check in on this because we're hearing other things, and I want to make sure you're correct, and stand by what you're doing or back down, because what I was reporting was so ludicrous and out of left field that they're like, what? Publicly, unless I don't think I'd ever do it by my own hand. I think I'd rather not to be on the nose of what I've done for the last better part of the last year, but I think I'd rather stand by my principles and go down on my own sword than reveal something if I was forced to. I under no scenario, unless it's my personal life on the line, or I can't think of a scenario. Maybe it'll happen down the line, but I can't honestly think of a scenario off the top of my head where I would do that. That's why you protect yourself, and you only trust people, and you only put out information when it's ironclad. And I said this to somebody earlier today. Either you have a 100% record, or you do not have one. 99.9 is not good enough. So either you believe it when somebody comes out, and you can amend your reporting from there, or you have the possibility of being wrong. Those are your options, and it is that cut and dry, to me at least.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the type of shit I like. See, this guy perspective we don't usually get. And we talk about the media a lot on here. That's media. There we go.
But to Eric's point, and I don't want people to attack BJ Bethel for this. Dave.
No. I didn't mean that.
No, but I'm just but I mean it in a good way with what you're saying. Dave is probably not going to come on Friday and say BJ Bethel was correct. It's almost certainly not going to happen.
Right.
He's going to, because he probably doesn't know yet himself, because BJ Bethel has his own source. He will probably say the relationship's not going well, it's not trending in a good direction, there's rumors that they hate it, but that doesn't mean BJ Bethel's wrong. But Dave, because of what Eric's saying, that Dave needs to be sure, Dave's probably not going to outright confirm it. I think he would have just done that today if he did.
Because with the 500 viewer max thing, he was very much like that. He was like, I've heard numbers that I can't confirm.
Yeah.
And he goes that match up. He goes, but I also know that doesn't make a lot of that I haven't seen math that makes it make sense. And then I think as him and Thurston kind of both kind of dug into it, I think that's when you kind of started seeing it change a little bit, where they were like, okay, there's more to this than what, maybe he's not right, but he's not really wrong either, and there's more to this. And I think one of the problems that we all have is, to kind of bang on the media a little bit, is the actual media people that are true life media people that follow this and do stuff within the wrestling sphere. And I say this all the time, are some of the worst, which is one of the problems when it comes to this stuff. So yeah.
Eric's
I know he's not talking about me. I know he's not talking about me.
Talking about, I won't say what I'm talking about. But.
Well, Eric, the state of media is where it is. That now, when Josh brings up like the 2 reporters he suspects, he'll now bring up you as well. Like he'll just say like, "Here are the 3 that I actually like."
That's hilarious.
I mean, if you're talking like people who are outside, who are simply just covering it, I mean, you have, and it's like, what are you doing? Because do you do this when you're like in your real job, when you're doing real reporting and you're doing real writing? And do you do the same bullshit? Because if so, that's an indictment. That's an indictment on the people you work for. So that's all I have to say. But
I thought he did look bad reaching out to the ESPN fan support page for a comment. I was like, you should have kept that one in the tuck, brother. We should know about that one. That was a little kind of weak when we do that, but
That absolutely did weaken his argument. Like, if I had news like that, you know people who know people. Get
an email
that in
address
front
or
of you.
something.
Or say they didn't. ESPN did not immediately reply for comment, as opposed to I did the public inquiry page. So your sources with, if the reporting is 100% correct, I'll eat my words. But to me, that's just telling us anything. I hate to say it, but
It's bad reporting.
The funny thing is that their email domains are still go.com.
and he should know that.
Anybody watch Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor?
I watched 2 matches because we were doing BMW.
I watched it.
Just give me thoughts. Just give thoughts. Or whatever.
Nick Wayne should have won that damn match.
Do you want to see Bandito lose again?
It's
But
Ring of
I
Honor.
am pro Bandito losing the Ring of Honor title. It's just funny. The one time he wins, he actually should lose.
I mean, Nick Wayne is probably one of the guys.
I'm wrong. I saw 3 matches because I saw Daniel Garcia beat my boy, and I was so mad. It was a really good match, but he beat Adam Priest, and it would, if it was Claudio and Adam Priest, it would have been a better match. But
How long is Athena going to hold this thing? Like,
Forever.
she's amazing.
I'm glad you brought her up.
But if they're going for San Martino, or I don't even know what they're going for.
Yeah, they're calling her the longest reigning world champion of the modern era now. That's what they're calling her.
Has she held it longer than Roman?
yes,
At this point?
Yeah.
she bet Roman.
This is I think this is just San Martino, Backlund, and 84.
Morales.
No, I think she passed 84 Hogan. Yeah. Morales, yeah. Morales, San Martino, Backlund.
What annoyed me? Did y'all see her at that presser, man?
No.
When she was like, you know what? I'm tired of people, downplaying what I've done, and I'm my bad Athena voice. I'm tired of people downplaying what I've done and saying the Forever Championship doesn't mean anything. Well, us at Ring of Honor, other champions like Bandito, like Ancient Andrade, like I'm gonna stop doing the voice, but she was like, we come out here, we defend honor. And we put on the best product we can, and people keep telling me it doesn't matter. Well, me holding this title, it matters, and blah, 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 while sitting next to Tony Khan. That's what pissed me off. I'm like, you're cutting this promo about how your title reign matters when the man responsible for it not mattering is right next to you. Don't shield him. Because they asked Tony the question, and then she gonna jump in the way. Like, no, don't shield him. Let that fool answer the question. And then nobody else asked another question about it. That's why I hate these damn press conferences, man. No one was talking to you, Athena. You just happened to be there. They asked Tony Khan the question. The reason why people feel like your reign don't matter is because Tony Khan has treated this brand like it didn't matter. And I wish he did, because there's a lot of cool things you can do with Ring of Honor that I would not get from his main company, and it would be cool if he actually featured it like it mattered. And that's why people are so upset. Stop whining that people don't respect you when it's Tony Khan's fault that people don't respect the goddamn title reign.
What was the original
That's
question?
rant number one.
Yeah,
You said what?
how long is
Well-
Athena going to hold this thing? Like, I mean, I thought
Forever.
Billy Starks was going to
Forever.
win it, and then she didn't. I didn't think she was losing on, was that Saturday? Friday? Whatever it was.
I mean, what's the point of anyone beating her right now?
The point of someone beating her is to be the person who ended it and hopefully have some sort of spring up. Like, I'm trying
They
to
don't
think
have
of a
any good
example.
candidates down there.
Yeah, like I'm trying. I don't know. who
Steph
that could
Delander's
be.
terrible. Alley Catch is terrible. Billy Starks has gotten worse somehow.
Do you know I'd actually have it be in the going
Zeta
into
Steele.
probably on Sunday, going into Sunday?
Steele.
No, I'd have it be Kyrie Sane or whatever they know call it if she's coming over.
She got Barry Bloom. She ain't got Ring of Honor. She ain't gonna be on Ring of Honor. She got Barry Bloom money. She ain't going down there.
I'm sure if I had my choice of anybody, it would have it be her. Only because all these people that you've had in the purview can't get it done. It would be believable if someone she's not prepared for comes, shocks her, done with it, and we just cut it off. But
I think my initial idea was Shayna Baszler when the company kind of mattered still a bit. But
that would work.
Now I feel like that moment is past now.
But even then, why wouldn't you, like, if she came in, why wouldn't you make her champion?
What if she came into ROH now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could do it, I
hurt.
guess, but it wouldn't have mattered like it would have. But you know, you could do it.
Then why not
Doesn't really matter.
hand it to Marina? Has Marina challenged for it?
Yeah, why
Yes.
not?
Well,
You know what? Why
yes.
not?
Oh, great.
Why not? You're right.
Why
Why
not?
not, Eric?
She
Why
has.
not?
Do something.
But like, speaking of ROH, when they launched my AEW, I was just like, why is Honor Club still a thing? And then I looked up how many subscribers there were. There's around 12,000, and they're making a pretty decent chunk of change. Like they're making 7 figures from these people subscribed to Honor Club. So it's like, well, can't really kill it. I like having money. Like, he's
treat
probably
it,
made-
Just treat it like it matters, man. That's all I want. Just treat it like it matters.
The problem is that his attention is so divided between the Jaguars, between Fulham, between AEW, between his AI analytics company that he runs. That's another thing that people don't talk about, but that's one of the things too. It's just like, just give the book to Hero or Chris Daniels or someone, anyone else. It doesn't have to be you. I get that you love doing it because you're like, oh, I like booking without the restrictions of TV time. And it's like, okay, but you're actively hurting the product because it's not your main focus, and we can tell.
I thought the show was fun.
Does Chris Hero
from
even
what I
want
watched.
to do it? Does Chris Hero?
I don't know. He's never offered it.
So I have a question because I didn't watch it. How good did Nick Wayne look?
He looked fucking incredible.
I didn't like that match as much as you do. Or y'all did. I seen that the 4 3/4 go up. I was like, whoa! I didn't like it that much, man. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. I didn't like it that much.
That's not my question. No, that's not my question.
Oh yeah, he always looks good. He's Nick Wayne. He always looks good.
He did some things that I've never seen somebody do. Like, Bandito went to backdrop him, and he pushed off his shoulders, and he did like 2 twists in the air and caught him in the Wayne's World. I was like, whoa. Bandito tried to kill him on the stairs.
That was my favorite part of the match. That was crazy.
There was one sequence where I don't know if anyone else could have pulled it off, because like the timing and the athleticism, and they didn't botch a single spot of it. And I fucking love that match.
What was the question, Josh?
Huh?
Why the
the, que-
question?
the question, just because I'm always curious, because I do think he is severely underused, which is why I would have said, yeah, you should have probably given him the title so that you could use him more, because I think every time I've seen him, he's so much better than he has any right to be at fucking...
Leave him up
What-
there. Give him like the TNT
like
title
20.
or something.
What is he, 20 now?
He's 21.
He's 21. Still.
That three-way he had with Jack Perry and Andrade, I watched it like a few days ago. He just moves different than other people in this company. Like, aside from like Osprey, like Some of the way he gets from like resting position to flying to into a hold is just it's hard to believe. Like it's crazy. Like Jack and Andrade were good in that match too, but just in terms of like fluidity, like it was on another level.
He's probably the most impressive guy on that entire roster, just from an athleticism standpoint.
Relative
him
to
and Kevin Knight.
I was gonna say Kevin Knight. Yeah.
Well, Kevin Knight's like 6 years older compared to.
And one thing I was gonna say, one thing I also give him is that he does a good job of feeding off what the crowd gives him. Because to me, my favorite performance of his was I think it was last year. It was last year at Best of Super Juniors. That match he had with El Desperado, when like they were quiet, and then like El Desperado went for that numero dos, and he reversed it into like a DDT. And then, like, the whole crowd went, oh, and he goes, oh! And then after that, like, it's like he knew to play more into, like, his offense and stuff. He's good, man.
Since coming back from this second tour, he looks like
he's a
step above from where he was.
Yeah, he's good, man.
And also, like, you would think the value of having, like, they brag about how young he is. Like, what's the purpose in like waiting like X amount of years to like really push him when he's just like still in today's wrestling era, I guess it's still impressive at a 25-year-old.
He's got to pay his dues like Javon Evans.
It's stupid. You like we should. The advantage is pushing him now, not pushing him when he's like 25.
And you don't have to like
push.
main event with him, but he should be like on the card.
Bring on a world champion. Bring on a world champion.
Yeah.
You just have to just make him feel important. He doesn't have to be like main event in the main. Just make him feel important. Make him feel like
a little bit bigger than a Ring of Honor World Champion, because
Ring
of Honor World Champion does not get treated all that well on AEW television. So
it's true. It'd be better.
He's 21.
Also, Bandito.
But just say it. Well, let's not waste time. Let's push him.
Yeah.
Bandito's spot for as much as I complain about it, Bandito's spot would still be like great for like where Nick Wayne is right now. Like being on pay-per-views every single month, like that'd be a significant improvement to Nick Wayne's current stock.
He needs to be pushed in 2027 as well.
Yeah. My thought behind it was they're going to make him the tag of the youngest ROH World Champion ever. I'm not sure that's actually true, even if he wins it now. So I'm pretty sure Xavier was younger than he was when he won it.
I think you're right.
Aries was
correct
at the time.
It's got to be right there if it's not.
But even then, it's hard to care about a Ring of Honor record, to be honest with you. They said Jay Lethal held every title. I'm like,
right.
Cool.
I'm going through the history, and
Sweet.
It's got to be. I mean, Loki was already a little older. Joe was already a little older.
Well, one thing I will think you get, and I think it'll surprise people.
Xavier was 25 when he won it.
What about Aries? Check Aries.
I'm completely wrong.
But Brennan,
world title. It was Loki. He was 22.
So it still would be Nick Wayne.
Yeah,
it still would be Nick Wayne. Yeah.
Xavier was 25.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he never looked like he was older than like 19.
No, that's why.
I know the youngest title holder ever is probably Mark Briscoe, but
yes,
but
Brandon, for Nick Wayne, you'll probably get the Nick Wayne Christian feud, and I think that'll surprise people because they've been like in the tag division for the past year. But like Nick Wayne was hurt last fall. That was supposed to be the plan when Edge was gone, that they were going to do Wayne and Christian last fall. And when Edge came back, or Cope came back, sorry, it had like you had to do the FTR Young Bucks thing. We had put it off for too long. It was time to finish that story. The story's still going right now. I think when all this stuff is done, I wouldn't surprise me at all if they just tie up the Christian Nick Wayne thing even years later. And you might think, why even bother? They tied up the MJF Adam Cole thing a year after it happened, just because Tony Khan was like, I have to close the story. I have to close the loop. And I think he thinks that way with Nick Wayne and Christian too.
Would it surprise you if part of that was a feud with Nick Wayne and somebody versus Edge and Christian?
Probably
as well.
Yeah.
And then it leads to.
I thought didn't they do Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne versus Edge and Christian?
Nick Wayne got hurt. It was Kip Sabian and Luchasaurus.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Hopefully not.
God.
The
first ever winner in AEW history, Kip Sabian.
Death Before Dishonor, it was fine, man.
I better than Supercard.
Yeah, my favorite match on the show was actually the Hazuki and Athena. That was my favorite match. But It was cool. It was good. Like the show.
We'll talk about All In London.
I mean,
How long? How
I know-
long? What's the over under on how long this show's going to be?
Counting the pre-show or
curfew.
no?
6 hours for sure.
they
For sure.
have a curfew. They have a curfew.
So what's the curfew?
10:30 their time.
Oh, really?
Which would be 5:30 here.
Yes. No. Yeah.
5:30
Yeah.
East
Mhm.
Coast. Yes.
So
Yep.
when do they start?
11:30 East Coast.
The pay-per-view starts at noon. I'm not sure about the pre-show, but they usually go 2 for this one.
I just looked this up yesterday. Pretty sure it's 11:30.
They're only going an hour?
Wouldn't surprise me. They've been doing an hour pre-shows lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, but they've got, this is my first big complaint with this show is.
Yeah, I know you've been waiting on this, Josh. Go ahead.
11:30.
is they don't need to do a 2-hour pre-show because everyone's on this fucking card. This is stupid. I hate this. This is like one of those WWE things that like all the stuff that people talk about that they wish AEW didn't do that WWE does. This is one of my pet peeves because
The pre-shows?
not the pre-show, the main show.
The idea of getting
Everybody on the show.
Oh,
I don't like that. I think especially for your biggest show of the year, I do think it cheapens it a little bit. I get everyone wants to put them on the pre-show then. Have something on the pre-show that you can get everybody you
Big
want.
Boom's going to be on the pre-show, Josh.
What?
Big Boom AJ, he's going to London.
Oh, well, good for him. They can.
So the counter to that, Josh, is, and you can't announce it ahead of time, was that Foley MJF angle at Double or Nothing made the pre-show matter.
Right.
And maybe you can't announce that in advance. If there's something that just hooks you for last-minute buys, I get it. But making it the norm,
No. I mean, I agree. I'm just saying on the show as I'm saying just on the show because we have a 6-man that I was looking forward to that now I'm not looking forward to because you've added so many fucking people to
So
this
many
show.
teams, yeah.
And then you added the ladder match, and then you're also gonna have the
Gauntlet.
the gauntlet. It's like you don't need all of that. That's like.
I mean, is the goal to be the Woodstock of professional wrestling? I kind of can see that here, but
Maybe, but you don't do that by just being WrestleMania.
There's
Like,
a ladder
like-
match?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I
where the
didn't
New
know.
Day and Swerve are debuting, dude.
The fuck?
Have you, bro, what do you do all the time? Like,
I didn't know it was a ladder match.
are you under
Thank
Dwayne
you.
or something?
Thank you, Joaquin. Like I knew it was gonna be a
I didn't know.
multi-team match, but I didn't know it was a ladder
That's
match.
what I thought. I thought it was just some multi-team match. Didn't know it was a ladder match.
But,
Gotcha.
it might be
I mean,
kicking off
that's
your show.
cool. That's cool. You're gonna have Kofi, show up and do probably crazy Kofi shit, but
If it's not a ladder match and if it is just a multi-team gauntlet, that's almost worse because it justifies putting more like teams in the match versus a ladder match kind of constricts you to like 4 or
Right.
3. But yeah, like the gauntlet could get out of hand. That could be really like the entire roster is in this match, which would be absurd.
right.
So
like,
are we gonna
I
go
just
match-
besides them doing the Money in the Bank stuff, which I don't like. I don't like that they do that either. The fact that we do 3-ways and 4-ways for titles, which I don't like that either. Like all of that stuff that WWE does that you don't have to do, even in the context of what people think wrestling is. You don't have to do that stuff. Like there's stuff that people complain about that AEW does that I wish they wouldn't do that because WWE does that. And I'm like, yeah, but some of that stuff is just pro wrestling at this point because a lot of people see that as pro wrestling, unfortunately. So
Maybe
Anyway.
he can't tell the talent
Didn't
no.
have to.
See, I know,
Didn't
yeah, I
have
know I
to.
wasn't tripping. They haven't announced this to be a ladder match yet. I know I wasn't bugging.
It's a,
Y'all
it's
got
a multi-team match.
Yeah, they tripping.
Oh.
They tripping.
I thought there was a ladder match on the show.
Yeah,
There
Not
was
that
speculation that they would turn it into a ladder match. 'cause
Oh,
they
okay.
did a
Yeah,
multi-trios
yeah.
ladder. I also wasn't sure, but even then, it's still not clear. We don't have yet a finality to the number of teams that are in this match. And if there's more teams in the match, I think that exacerbates Josh's point. Like that would make the product worse. If you have like 5, 6, 7 trios in this match. You know, that would be
this
awesome.
shit on Wikipedia just says TBA. What the hell? This could be like the whole roster. No.
The pre-show is just going to be Foley and Renee. I mean, ever like you have freaking the Dark Order guys like just coming out on the All In main card. The challenge for
Hey man, hey Chase, I need you to apologize to me, man. You said what I be doing. I be going over the car. I watch something in front of my face. Ain't no ladder match. Get off my back.
That's
You
my bad.
think you're
my
gonna get
bad.
an apology from Chase Robinson?
You're
That's my
right.
guy.
You're right.
What the fuck is going on?
Don't celebrate.
Yoshihashi is a good professional wrestler.
Oh, nigga. Just because you do it one time doesn't let you off good. You had to be choked to do that.
Let's go through these matches real quick. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. My question: did Tony Khan overrate how much England likes Will Ospreay? Because they are at what's the tickets? They're like less than 45, a little less than 45.
They sold 1,000 today, dude.
I'm asking a question. I said a little less than 45 is where they're at right now, right?
They're at 43.50.
But the fact that it's less than the last time they went there when they have the countrymen going in for the world title, you thought they'd do a little bit better.
It's the third time in 4 years.
But it's their third time, though.
But it's also the countrymen going for it. And they waited to this time to do this. They waited to this time to do this.
The issue was, though, they didn't announce the match soon enough. That's the issue. Because as soon as they announced the match, those tickets started to move.
Start flying.
Those tickets started to move.
Now, I will agree with you. If they had done this last year, or if they had done it, if they had done
at its peak,
this like last year or the year before, fuck yes, that they would have sold more, I think. So,
but it's still, man, like I don't want to over like people.
Like 45.
I'm not saying this is bad attendance. I am not saying that at all.
No,
This is great attendance.
But not even relative to the past when we've hypothetically booked this. Going back to like May, people were like, can they even hit 40? Like that was like a
the
topic.
fucking Tay was saying, can they even hit 30?
But I forgive but the point Tay made that I do agree with was they were going to announce the match at the end of Redemption, and I think we all agree that would have been a mistake. I think them moving that match early to TV was the right call to add an extra 3 weeks of hype for what the main event would be. So I think since they announced the match, like if you put it relative to the match announcement, I think it's been a pretty good return. If you want to say like since we thought about this in 2024 when Ospreay debuted, you want to call it less than that, maybe. But since the match itself was announced, I think this has been a proven mover in the past like 2 months. I think there's no other way to say it.
I think the problem is that pro wrestling fans, they want to know what they're getting, man. They want to know what they're getting. You can't just be like, we're going back to Wembley Stadium. Will Ospreay's on the poster. That could mean anything. Buy tickets. No.
He might not even be on the show. Like Omega was on the Mexico poster.
Do you think that's one of the things that people like about WWE is the fact that not a lot of things happen. So there's a good chance if you buy. No, I'm just saying if there's a good chance if you buy
stuff does not happen. We love that.
Josh, have you seen these 3 shows that my state has paid $10 million for? Have you seen how they're doing?
He means
no, but let me finish. But Chase, what I'm saying is that because things don't, people are like, oh, I feel better buying a ticket without knowing anything because I'm still pretty sure I know what's going to be on the show.
Who are buying tickets right now for WWE? Because it ain't happening, dude.
It's not happening where you're at.
No,
it is happening, Chase. It is happening. It's just not. They're not as like. They're not as like. It's not as like.
Conversation in the middle of the All In preview.
Right. What the fuck?
But no, they're doing good in tickets. I think.
But my point is that I don't think because with AEW you don't know what you're gonna get, and so I think that hurts a little bit. I think that's one of the things that hurts with the TV is people aren't okay. Are the people I want to see going to be on this show? Yes or no? Well, I don't know, so I'm not going to buy tickets until like the last minute, and then by then, maybe I already made plans, or maybe I didn't make plans and now I can't go. So.
And Brandon, don't you remember like for All In 2024, like it wasn't like 2023 where they sold like a stupid amount of tickets before a single match was even announced, but after it was hyped as like the most viewed, most attended pro wrestling show of all time, they announced it would come back the next year. They announced that before the show. They were peddling tickets after the show. They were promoting it during a Christmas sale that year. Mm-hmm. Like they sold of that 50K that we're comparing this All In to, they sold still a sizable chunk before anything was announced, more so than what this show did. So in terms of like if you're comparing like Ospreay and Kenny versus like Swerve and Danielson, I think Ospreay and Kenny's clearly been superior as a mover, because a lot of those movers will happen like early on.
It's fair.
So you have as the backdrop to both of those matches the discussion that we've had about several different things in professional wrestling. Is predictability a good thing? I hate to say it, but like, raise your hand if you think Kenny's winning on Sunday.
I'm joking.
Like,
Kenny doesn't think so.
It's all about the journey. And people can criticize professional wrestling all you want for that, but it clearly works. Like, I hate to use this as an example, going back to the Disney thing, but is it? It's not Disney. That's completely maybe, but. If you're going to go see Avengers Doomsday, Christmas.
That is Disney.
That is Disney. My apologies.
Okay.
How do you think that's going to go for Dim? Probably well. You know, knowing that Secret Wars is coming after that. The theory is how we get from the seeing a threat coming of Doom to Battle World, if you read the comics, whatever. Then, it's all a matter of how we get there with that big moment from Ospreay and doing it against Kenny. I think that AEW has done a better job than with Swerve and Danielson, where it's pretty obvious that Danielson was going to get his crowning moment. And so, knowing that journey, could AEW have done better throughout this process? It's debatable, knowing that it's all about this journey more so than, because if you'd done it in 2024, I was there at Forbidden Door in 24 when Swerve beat Ospreay, and I was thinking they might give this to Ospreay on this show, just to make sure they strike while the iron's hot. And they didn't, and 2 years later, we're still waiting for them to strike while the iron's at least semi-warm. And so, that would have been a mistake. But
well, it depends. I'm just saying, if they had not done Ospreay Danielson yet, and they had Ospreay beat Swerve that night and did Ospreay Danielson at Wembley that fall, that probably would have. I think that would have done better than what they did. But that Danielson match had already happened, so it's a moot point. Continue. Sorry.
So I think that matters. Is it? And to go through another point. Is this the first UK lead-in show to a major show since MJF won the title back at the end of last year? And that crowd was so damn hot for MJF. Yeah. I really do think the last-second push here, having a show in the UK right before Wembley, is going to be huge for them. So maybe hot take. I could see getting over 50 here on the last little push. I could see.
They can have a huge walk-up for sure, because
yes,
I know they said that Wembley is known for like having people just go to events because it's Wembley.
All right, so it's at 43 now. If by what's today, Tuesday?
They're
you got 5 days.
45K on Thursday. If they keep this pace.
Yeah, I think if they get to 5,000 walk up, that can happen. It can happen.
Well, and I'm sure they want to be able to say that they beat both nights of Mania this year. And I think the second night was at 50,100 or something. They'll probably pay to get over that line.
They papered, apparently, okay. 9K both nights for paper.
Okay. I think, to Eric's point...
So, as of right now, the most actually attended wrestling show of the year was what, Mark?
I think it's Wrestle Kingdom still.
That is correct.
Until Saturday, right? Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday.
I do think it is fair as a critique, and I've heard people say this, that if Kenny was going to be the world champion going into All In, Kenny probably shouldn't have been off TV as often as he was earlier in the year, where he wasn't on Revolution. He was a complete fill-in on Double or Nothing. Like, if you look back at Double or Nothing now, it was clear that they knew Ospreay was going to win the Owen. It was clear back then that they were going to do Okada, Fletcher, and Takeshita. It was clear they in their minds had the Young Bucks and Cope and Christian match already planned. They knew all this already by Double or Nothing. And Kenny, if you already knew by then that he was going to main event the show, just kind of being thrown into that Stadium Stampede match and not being on the TV at all going into that show, I do think, we probably could have done that better in hindsight, having him featured on the product earlier in the year to where this title match probably would have been a little more meaningful. However, I do think the story's been really good, and let me my take now before we see Dynamite this week and the pay-per-view this Sunday. I think this feud will be remembered better in hindsight, because I do like the Ospreay-Kenny story that they've told, but I think it's the kind of thing that you have to see the end to really appreciate the whole story. I think the best example of this is Hangman and Mox last year. People forget that hype wasn't that strong until Hangman buckshot Lariat in Marina and cut that promo like 2 weeks before All In, and then the All In match was such a spectacle, and now it's regarded as like one of the great feuds in AEW history. I think once you actually see the match and the fallout and Ospreay winning and them hugging at the end of the match, telling the story of this friendship they've had this whole year. I think in hindsight, you'll look back on it and appreciate it as like one of the better stories of the year. I just think in the moment, we don't quite feel that. But I think once you get to the conclusion of the story, I think it'll hit harder. And I think retroactively, we'll be at the end of the year and people will be talking about this feud in glowing terms than they are right now.
Oh man, I know Hangman and Mox wasn't that hot last year. We had some of the greatest moments in the history of this show because it was.
It got better.
I'm with you though, kid. I'm with you. I think everything they've done, even though I haven't really liked everything they've done, because Kenny Omega's strength is not the microphone. But even though it hasn't been great getting here, I think it all serves the match itself. Not to hype the match, because the match is the match. Like, you knew you wanted to see Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Nothing they say is going to change that. Kenny Omega could fart in Will Ospreay's face on Wednesday, and it's not going to change your perspective. It's Kenny Omega. You knew whether or not you wanted to see it. Everything they're doing now is to kind of tell the story that they're going to tell when that bell rings. That's what I mean. I don't think
I have.
Go ahead, Josh.
You know what? We always say that about Kenny, about he's not great on the mic, yet people are into him when he's on the mic. It's such a weird.
Well, lately,
because people like Kenny.
Like Kenny.
Because they like to do.
He's over.
I know, but it's a weird.
It's a whole aura thing.
Yeah, it's so like he gets by being Kenny and not being actually like good on the mic.
It's funny because Britt didn't know
necessarily a bad thing.
So she saw like one of those promos. She's like, "Why is he doing like a Dick Dastardly voice? Like, what's going on?" She was so confused. She was like, "Why is he doing that?" She didn't know he could talk.
Especially when he didn't do it early in the night when they had that long promo. He didn't talk like that. So
it's weird.
This has been my favorite in-ring Kenny Omega year in AEW. I understand the 2021 year is going to be viewed as like a better critical success for, being the belt collector and having all those great matches across all those different promotions. But this year, like I actually counted yesterday, I have 5 great matches from Kenny this year. I have 6, including this match, obviously. That's higher than anybody on the roster, including Ospreay, including Takeshita. For me personally, what I've
You're counting the match that's going to happen?
Even if I am to give him 6, but even if I don't.
So you have to count Takeshita then, too, because that's going to.
Yeah. Well, yes, but Takeshita would still be lower. My point is, even if I didn't count it, Brandon, he would still be ahead of all these guys.
Where's Bandito on this list?
Like, I have him for like 3.
Where's Nick
I have
Wayne?
Kenny for 5. I have Kenny for the first Swerve match, both MJF matches, the Zack Sabre match, which I wasn't on the show to talk about it. I think that match is fucking awesome. I loved it a lot more.
I liked it too, and these motherfuckers poo-pooed it.
And the Kevin Knight match I'm counting as well. And I think what makes Kenny special, and which, to Markeem's point about I think this match delivering, it's not just that the match will be great. It's that the first half of Kenny's matches matter. It's not like some of these other matches that drive me crazy, where the first half feels like stalling time, and then a bunch of near falls in the last 5 minutes, 4 stars from the Discord. Drives me nuts. Hate that formula. That's never the case in these Kenny matches. He goes long, but there's an intentionality with what he's doing at the start of these matches. And I think for this specific story, that'll be heightened. Like the emotional undertones that they're going to ring in minute 5 of the match, minute 8 of the match, I think are really going to enhance everybody as they're watching along. And I think that strength that Kenny's displayed in those other matches this year, I think is heightened in a specific match that is designed to tell a story through the match, which is what I think at a main event level. So I think in particular, this match will be special for that reason.
But I'm very curious on the story that they're going to tell, just because I don't know how similar it'll be to the first 2 matches that they had. Those matches were 3 years ago, and they were some of the most physical matches. That I just rewatched the Wrestle Kingdom match. I was like, "There's no way they can work this style for this." I mean, maybe they can, but I see them changing stuff up. But I'm excited to see how they change it up compared to those 2 matches.
If they work that match, then we won't see Kenny for a while.
Man, well, if it's like the first one where he's doing the ass whooping, then he might be all right. I love that first match so much, bro.
To me, the story that they're telling is that Will cannot beat Kenny clean. So I think what you do is that you clearly show that Will is better than him now, and then Kenny starts to undercut him and cheat.
Oh, I think we're gonna see that anyways. I think you're gonna get Kenny as the veteran heel, not just as like I think he's gonna be like the veteran heel, so where he cheats to outsmart. He does like Rick. He basically does Ric Flair, where he cheats to outsmart his opponent, not just to like.
And there will come the finish. Probably the whole thing about like when I pull the trigger, you're gonna see it coming. It's like it's not gonna be like the hidden blade from behind.
No, it's gonna be a hidden blade to the face.
Yes, he's probably gonna
Yeah.
like feign it from behind and then like actually go to the front side and then
Pull off the elbow pad. See
Maybe-
Do
maybe he'll
we
even do
see? Do we see the legit? Do we see the legit one winged angle kick
kick
out
out. Probably.
in this match?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Which then leads to MJF in some way, with MJF going, well, I kicked out of it too.
Well, and Josh.
Technically,
not only
Okada
will-
survived it as well.
Not only will you see
Years
it,
ago.
I think you have to see it. I think that's the only way you get like a really like credible like Kenny winning near fall. Like I think it needs it. You might. I hope they don't do this. You might see it more than once.
No,
I-
you
I-
don't
I-
need
I-
to do
Yeah,
that. You
I mean,
don't
if you're
need
gonna
to
do
do
a
that.
spin
You're
it,
right.
I'm with you, kid.
You're right, but I hope
if you're
not.
gonna do it,
I hope
spin
not,
it.
but
Spin it, let's go.
because if he hits,
I agree with him.
because if he hits it a second
agree.
time, we're all gonna be like, oh fuck,
Oh, Kenny
like
actually
two
won.
kickouts in one match.
So,
Yeah.
so going back to that Okada match, the first time it happened, where Okada's foot just happened to be on the ropes, and that that broke that. I think he hits it more than once. Whether he kicks out more than once is a different story.
Fair.
Like something like I think that might be the way to do it.
Oh, I
where it's
can
like,
see-
oh, this dude's dead. Oh, he got out.
He kicks out the first time, and then his foot is on the rope the second time. Like he
Something
it looks like
Right.
he might. It is
Flip it.
He's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
saved
yeah.
by the Maybe
Hey man,
you're right.
pray to the Lord's. No Don Callis family. No Death Riders. No type of shenanigans. Let's just be
I
one
don't
of
think
those.
so.
I
You
think
can't do it.
we
You
get
can't.
the shenanigans at
say
the end.
this.
I think
Yeah,
we get the
I hate to
shenanigans at the
say
end.
this, but I think you're gonna get Don Callis in some sort of way. I don't know if he's gonna slide a screwdriver to somebody,
Man,
but I
you're-
think it'll be kind of weird.
No,
if
I
he
think
don't-
it'll be. This is if you're gonna do that, you have Don Callis come out with somebody. You have the Death Riders shoo them away. Then and you do that, but it's fairly clean. And then the match happens, and then Will wins, and then you have them turn on Will at that point.
Alright.
They are not doing that at the end of Wembley, Josh.
Yeah, he's
I
gonna
don't
celebrate.
know.
They're not
I
gonna.
think
That's
Will-
happening, just not at the end of Wembley.
You're doing Will.
Kento's
Will,
coming out on Naito and challenge.
Hey,
Will,
I will defend to the death. That was a good idea, though. But go ahead,
Will,
go ahead, kid.
Will, Kenny, and Alex Windsor, raising hands, British Bulldog, Bret Hart,
Right.
style.
Yeah, probably something.
Thank you for
That- I
reminding me that
definitely
Nick, something else.
What?
So
Dax
you
will
would
be
agree that
back,
Will
right?
Ospreay is probably already on the Mount Rushmore of UK of professional wrestling. He's probably
Ooh,
already
that's a
on
good
it.
question. That's a fun
Di-
question.
Dynamite Kid, William Regal, Will Ospreay, I think are 3. It's either Saber or Davey Boy Smith in 4. Like
Sabre's better than Davey Boy.
better,
that-
but legacy wise.
That's a good question.
mean-
So
who'd you say, Eric? You said
Dynamite Kid, William Regal, and Will Ospreay, I think, are undeniable 3 at Washington, Lincoln, and Roosevelt. Whoever takes it's
Josh
to
wants
me
to
3.
fight you on Regal. Josh
Yeah,
wants.
I
would
was
be-
gonna
would be-
say,
I'd be-
like,
I'd be
Regal?
happy.
Just Regal? Just Regal?
Just off the top of my head, that's my thought.
Dynamite Kid is the lock. That's the
Right.
lock.
I think Ospreay is also locked. I think he's second. I think it's
What about-
locked at 3 is Regal, but
I put Johnny
What-
Saint above.
forgot about Johnny Saint. he's right. He's right.
All right,
Okay. So Johnny Saint over the other 2, and that's the 4.
encompassing everything or what they mean to UK.
What about Haystacks Calhoun?
Because no, because I know Josh don't want to say it, but what about
No! Don't say it!
What about-
Don't
what
say it!
about- what about-
Don't say it! Don't say it!
We do a Hall of Fame show. We do this on. What about Big Daddy, Josh? We gotta bring
Actually,
him
or
up.
how
gotta-
about Nigel, as somebody who's right there?
Oh, that's the
No.
Mount Rushmore
He-
could have been. That's what that is.
Fair.
Yeah, him and Davey Boy are on that one definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Those are the first 2. I hate it because my argument would be stronger. But I would have put Walter on this thing, man. But then he
That's
went
it,
to that
UK?
German.
place.
He's,
from
he's
Austria?
German. He's Austrian.
He still did. He
Austrian.
wrestled in the UK. I'm talking about the UK.
He's not we're talking about
I'm
British.
counting the UK.
But everyone
If we're
else
talking the
knows.
best 4 currently from Europe. He's
Yeah.
on it. Yes.
Yeah, but UK. Yeah, I
He
think
got
you're
famous
right.
in Germany and the UK. Yes.
I think you're right.
Could have
I
could have
think-
been British top Mount Rushmore. Tyler Bates definitely on there.
What is he even 30? Is he even 30? Young as hell.
He's
Oh, Tyler Bate's absolutely over 30 at this point.
How old is he? Chase?
I think he's
look at-
27.
I'm
Look
gonna
it up.
go. I'm gonna go with
But-
30.
But Eric, I think you're right. Osprey.
He's 29. He's 29.
29. Osprey.
I'm off on this.
He's
age
been
thing.
signed with
I'm
WWE
horrible
for
at
10
this.
years.
Yeah, that's
I thought he was in his 20s when he was King of Trios.
Wasted.
But
Yeah,
He's
but
wasted.
Osprey, Johnny Saint,
Dynamite
ZSJ,
Kid.
Dynamite Kid.
Kid. Yeah. Osprey, Johnny Saint, ZSJ, Dynamite Kid.
The point I was going there, but is to see an active crowning of Mount Rushmore, and to collapse Mount Rushmore. Oh, that would be amazing. Just they're not gonna do it. That would just be amazing. Because like it's not just taking down a cult hero. It's an active, living member of Mount Rushmore finally coming into be. It would be like worse than Danielson. End of Danielson. Like
that would be kind of cool. That would be
it'd be
kind of
cool.
cool.
But they're not gonna do it. Where's the Dynamite after? On Wednesday. Are they back stateside, or is it again in the UK in Manchester?
No, I think it's they're back here.
Okay, I was gonna say if they went back to Manchester on that Wednesday after, fantastic. And please,
My issue with doing
Allen,
it on Dynamite-
Texas.
My issue with doing it on Dynamite
Go
is
Eagles.
everyone's going to be waiting for it. Because that's my.
Then do it at a time people don't expect. What's the next pay-per-view? All Out? Do it at All Out. Do it at
going
All
head to head with whatever WWE. Yeah.
And I think as we get to the rest of the card, one point I want to hit on though for the world title and the company generally is that I think it's important. I think it's really important for AEW. The fall cannot be cold. The fall has been cold every year since Brawl Out.
There's
And I
a
think-
reason for that.
Yes, I understand the Tony Khan split attention thing. I think it's a bad excuse. Like I not bad excuses, and it's not real. It is real, but I'm saying we can overcome that anyways.
And he has a crutch of the end of the year of like I know people are going to be into CT.
Now hold on. Now, y'all got mad at me when I said this before. It is an excuse. Best roster in the world. You own everybody. This show should not be cold.
No.
Should never be cold.
That's what he's saying.
Ever.
That's what he's saying.
But what-
That's what he's
Yeah.
saying.
No, that's how I agree with Kid. Now, but when I said that last year, y'all called me crazy. What the fuck is going on? You all called me crazy
The
on
victim
this show.
complex is back.
It's crazy, man. I did say that last year. Y'all was like,
Yeah.
well, football. And I'm like, no, damn it. What's
Wait.
different now? What's
Which
different
football
now?
mark game? The EPL or Jacksonville Jaguars or both?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
I think
What are you gonna say,
I
Kid?
think Hangman, like everyone's complaining about the complaints that I've seen of people about how Hangman looks a year later after All In last year, how the Death Riders are like this evil Thanos-like force, and now they're just still on the roster. All that stuff. I think it's important that you follow through with a strong fall here. And one of the failures of last year was there was no plan after Hangman had dethroned the Death Riders. And the fall was kind of built around Jon Moxley and Darby Allin, and there wasn't really built as much around Hangman's title reign. And I hope obviously we'll get the MJF Osprey match at some point, but I'm hopeful that there's more than just that. It's not enough to do that for one pay-per-view and then just wing it on the rest of the shows until the
I
classic.
feel like Mox has to be first.
you can do Mox as
think
well.
Mox and Osprey the next pay per view?
I would
can do
not do
Mox.
Mox first.
You'll probably do MJF first because MJF is like walking
wouldn't do
around
that.
like real world champion and all that stuff. But
I wouldn't
yeah.
do MJF first either. Actually, I know that.
What would you do?
I want
Bandito?
Osprey.
Oh,
I want
wait.
Osprey's not
Osprey.
losing his first defense.
I want
And-
in
and-
Chicago if
Are
they're
you-
going to go against
are
this
you
Triple H show.
predicting-
I want Osprey versus Bandito. Not Bandito. Osprey versus Mystico for the title at All Out. And I think that's a
I don't
hot
hate
main
that.
event. If you want to go
That would
towards
be.
the
I mean,
Triple
they've been
H
teasing
show.
that match for. They've been teasing
Where
that
is
match.
All Out? Where is All Out?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Is it?
I
Is
was
it
asking.
Hoffman?
I was
Chicago?
asking. Damn.
Is it Chicago? Is it Hoffman Estates or is it downtown Chicago?
It's
That's the
Hoffman
question.
It's
Estates.
Hoffman.
States, and then they're at
And
Rosemount.
fucking WWE's in Rosemont Horizon, so whatever.
So no one's in Chicago actually.
No one's in Chicago. The only building, there's only two buildings that are in Chicago.
United Center and
Wintrust.
And where DePaul plays technically.
That should be
Where's
the
that?
main
That?
event of the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Anything else to ask on this world title before we move on?
No.
Where does Kenny go after this? Is the big question. Assuming
He'll be
we're 6-0 split. That
Maybe
Florida or Japan with his boyfriend.
Yeah, he's going to help the RGG guys market Stranger Than Heaven. Capcom,
or we still have the feud between Omega and Swerve, so maybe Omega will just start teaming up with the Bucks and do the Elite versus Swerve, and if you bring in Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, do a trios match between them.
It's very possible. Here's my final question about the world title match. How good do y'all think this thing is gonna be? Like,
I mean, the
expectations are not as high as those two matches I want, but
gotcha. Okay,
it's up there. It's up there. I'm expecting a great match. I'm not expecting
like I think anything less than 2.5 would be a
2.5.
2.5.
4.5.
2.5. Boy, I hope it's.
Boy, if this is a 2.5, man, listen, it's the most disappointing match in history if that shit happened.
No, 4.5. 4.5.
It would not be number one in terms of disappointing. It might be two. There's one that beats it off the top of my head.
What you talking about?
I think Cena and Cody, with how disappointing that was, would beat a 2.5 Kenny.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Horrible. It was not worst match of the year. Horrible observer subscribers, but it's horrible.
Well, it has to.
Yeah.
You are selling like the whole build to this show on like this match being like an all timer. Like it's
right.
it's
right.
unfortunate, but it is a reality that it has a higher bar than. When's the last match that like had to be amazing? Like had to be. I can't.
It had to be as good as it.
Probably the last time these two guys faced.
Mark's Hangman.
I get, but even Mox Hangman though was amazing in a different way. It was an amazing in that you're gonna get a
Yeah,
spell.
but it had to deliver though.
It had to deliver.
It did.
Did the match have to deliver, or the moment of him winning the championship?
The moment.
The moment had to deliver.
This has to. The match has to deliver, and then it has to be almost perfect.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I know how he's gonna ruin it. All right, mates, bring out my brilliant brother Paul Robinson. Come on out.
Chase, how long did you have that teed up for? That's all I want to know.
I don't write these things, Eric. They're
I never said you did.
Keep bringing out all these people, and he bring that fool out. That'd be amazing.
All right, let's get to the rest of the stuff. Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné. Who's more important to win this match?
Willow
Willow's got to win this. Willow's got to win this. If she doesn't win it, that's going to be that'll be a downer for the show. I really think.
Well, for Mercedes,
especially because it's probably going second to last.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect, if Mercedes wins, fine, but
I'll say
if
Mercedes is going to win, this has to be the opener.
Yeah,
I agree. I 100% agree.
You can't have it go. I don't even think it can't go close to the main event because people are going to be so like. You're going to have to work to get people back if that's going to be the case.
Like Kid said, and like I said, this woman has to learn a lesson before she wins the title.
Right.
Like, she's the same character. It'd be dumb.
Like,
I would legitimately be upset.
If Bailey's coming in, then it needs to be, like, that needs to be the story. That Bailey's like...
Do that and then go into...
Right. Who are you? You're not, these people see you. They don't see the person I know. Right.
Seems like that's not happening now, Josh. They're starting to mention Bailey on TV again.
Oh, damn.
Well, we'll see.
just because it was the 10-year anniversary, or in different ways. I'm not watching them now.
Lyra Valkyria mentioned her and wanted
Wonderful.
to face her again. Yeah.
I think we've discussed how it can help Willow, like the better Mercedes story, stretching it out, all that stuff. I think the more interesting question is, what do you think they will do? 'Cause I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer either. I don't know the answer either.
I think Mercedes is going to win the title.
I think if Willow wins, it's not going to be clean. And that's what I think I would go.
And when Mercedes wins the title, y'all watch this show. Y'all watch the show on Tuesday.
Why?
Because he's gonna be mad.
Why? But I'm saying, why would he be mad? For what?
Because
that's his
she
girl.
didn't learn anything.
Calm down. You ain't gotta yell, bro.
She didn't learn anything, Brandon.
Okay. I agree with you. Yes, I would much rather see her lose this to keep the story going, to be that white whale of her getting that championship. But you're gonna go crazy. You're gonna just lose your mind.
Absolutely. That's why y'all come
Willow.
here. That's why y'all come here. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that, Phil. I didn't know she quit.
Oh my God! Sign an extension. You know what he meant. You know. What do you mean?
That means resign in your position, though.
Oh my God.
RE dash.
That,
All right,
yes, Mr. Reporter knows.
world tag title, Cage and Cope versus Young Bucks.
There will be FTR interference.
Wait. That's it? That's it for Mercedes Willow?
Hey.
Brandon, what do you think they're going to do?
I think that Willow's gonna win.
Okay, you actually think she will win. Okay.
Yeah, to keep the story going. Yeah.
I mean, I think this will be one of those matches where people are like into it because they don't know what's going to happen and they're scared of what's going to happen, and I think that will help the match a little bit. But
You're still talking about the women's match?
yeah, the women's match.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Both women look good going into this, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is the best Mercedes has ever done on the microphone ever in her life, ever in the history of ever. Because that girl can't talk. She's been great during all this stuff.
That's because she's been doing fewer pre-tapes.
Yeah, it's just been going off the head.
I think if Willow does win, I kind of think Sean's conspiracy theory is correct. This notion that, because it was always
She
weird
wasn't
to me
hurt.
that Mercedes would beat Tekla at Redemption as the original plan, and then potentially if Willow wins this match, like has a 1 month title reign, like what? It just doesn't make sense. Doing Mercedes Tekla in general doesn't make sense. But the way they've conveniently worked this out, Willow doesn't have to lose the TBS title. Willow can be champion. Mercedes still never has been champion, which I think is key to that story. It's not enough to just lose it after a month. You have to never have held the title. Willow doesn't have to job the TBS title out. It's odd. You have a babyface dethroning Tekla. Like, it's oddly convenient that this way planned out. Like
Mercedes losing the biggest show of the year 2 years in a row.
And she comes back right when they give the new TBS champion. Like the next week, she's back. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to discredit all the reporters, the actual good reporters that like reported that she was hurt, but it smells fishy. If Willow wins this match, it smells really fishy. If Mercedes wins, fine. But if Willow wins, I'm skeptical. I'm really skeptical.
Fishy in what aspect? I mean, things can change.
Yeah, but no, that was the original plan. Like, if you want to say that Tony Khan notoriously does not do this, by the way. Tony Khan was going to do this, then Willow got hot, he changed his mind, fine, but that's not historically usually what Tony Khan does.
The tag title match, Cage and Cope versus Young Bucks.
Young Bucks are going to kill themselves to make this great.
FTR will be involved since they will be there.
That's what I thought you meant when you said there was maybe going to be a ladder match.
They're on the Rev Pro show the night before, so they're there.
Am I out of my mind to say that the Young Bucks are better than Cope and Cage in every category imaginable as far as tag?
Yes.
Yeah. No, you are not out of your mind. No, you're not.
You're not out of your mind. You're not
out of your mind. When I think about the Young Bucks, I think this might be one of the 10 greatest tag teams of all time. When I think about it,
Edge and Christian had a 3-year.
I said one of the 10. I didn't say 10, kid. I don't know.
I think maybe the number he's saying because he had 10. 10.
I think one of the 10.
If you get off your first hand, you're
like a 3-year run that was mostly just like them being goofy and entertaining.
Yeah, like one. Damn, kid. One of the 5. I don't know. I had to sit down and think about it. Damn, I don't know.
No, man. I mean, you don't see that Voices of Wrestling article that gets retweeted like every time.
Yeah, Case Low, my dog. Shout out to Case. But
I mean, they've been amazing for fucking 18 years. Like, it's crazy.
Longer. Probably longer.
Yeah, in 2007, I remember these boys that wear these tassels in PWG gonna be one of the best tag teams in the world, and lo and behold. Someone called me crazy. Mr. Dude 9590 was like, these guys?
Hey, Mike had the better one, though. Mike had the better call from that.
Oh, you talking about Kenny Omega? Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes.
That was crazy. I was like, this goofy dude throwing Hadoukens, he's going to be one of the best in the world. He was right.
I said that on camera, too, man. I felt good about that.
Did you say it in 2007, though?
No, I didn't say. I said 2010. I didn't say in 2007. Anything else to say on that match?
This match, this is a key. I love talking about like the nerdy stuff and wrestling pay-per-views. There's the matches that you know are going to be great, like the main event. I think the women's main event is definitely going to be great, and I think the 3-way is obviously another one. This is that match where it being great or not great will likely determine whether or not whether the show is like a transcendent show or not. And every pay-per-view has that match where it's like you really need this one to deliver. Like at Redemption, it was Willow Tekla, where it's like, man, if this can deliver, this will be a great show. It didn't, and it was not. And then you have
No,
other
but-
shows where it goes the other direction, and it actually makes the show better than you would think. This match, because it has the Young Bucks in it, it has the potential to be a great match, but it has Cope and Cage in it, and there's no Stips. And without Stips, Cope and Cage have struggled to give us a great tag match on pay-per-view. So I think the Young Bucks are good enough to do it, but I think this is a key X factor for the show being remembered as an all-timer, is whether or not this match delivers.
We have to hope that Cope isn't in the conversation. Isn't in the conversation. That it's that the Young Bucks and Cage go, nah, we got this one. You can do the next one. So
I think the Bucks pull it off, and I think the K-Slow article gets retweeted after this match. Like,
I'm curious. Is this another 6-0 that every single person on this call thinks that the Bucks are winning on Sunday?
Yes.
Oh, I don't necessarily think they're winning.
I don't think they're
I
winning.
don't-
Like
I don't
them winning
I'm
or
just curious.
losing.
Okay.
I don't think really like it's. I don't even think it matters to the story. I think it's just.
Wait, is that like the consensus? Everybody thinks the Young Bucks. Is that like what's going around?
I thought so. I might be wrong.
I think either team can win this
I don't-
match. I don't think it matters
That
all
is
that much,
true.
like Josh said.
But I think the Bucks are winning. But it is true either team could win because
Like
it's
what-
50-50. They
when-
both
when
have an
Cole-
equal chance of winning.
When Cope and Cage did the sit-down interview with the Bucks, which actually was really good, I think he made sure to emphasize like the best teams in wrestling, like that have saved tag team wrestling over the last like decade. He mentions themselves, Bucks, and FTR. Like he's specifically like including them because they're still in this universe, in this world, in this story. So because this is just like, this is probably a bridge to get to a future match that actually might close a pay-per-view with all three of these teams involved in whatever step they choose. And because of that, I don't think it really matters who wins this match because the next match, both teams will have a shot at the title anyways.
4 with Creed and
Or
Kofi.
Creed and Kofi. Yeah. Also,
Because that wouldn't surprise me if they win the titles here and then
trios
go straight to that match.
with a swerve.
so we'll see.
The Continental Final, I assume it's gonna be Nigel and Mox. Why are we doing Nigel?
I hope when they do kids' idea, man. I hope Kyle fucking beats him.
I
That's
think
the
if you
better
do
story.
Nigel, if you do
Kyle
Nigel,
and Moxley,
if you do Nigel, to me this tournament kind of feels like a waste of time because this tournament has taken up so much TV time ever since Grand Slam Mexico. There's been someone did the math. I think it's like this is what the 21st, no the 13th and the 14th match in this whole tournament is tomorrow. We've already had 12 on TV. Like it's just God. You didn't need to do a tournament to get Nigel.
When
a
did
match.
they announce
this
this
tournament has
tournament?
done nothing for me. It's done
The
nothing.
Grand Slam Mexico. It's been 12 matches in like a 3-week period.
So it's been like 3 weeks.
I know. It's not hot. It's not over. It's not furthering any angles after All In. And the problem is, Mox defends the title against everybody on the roster. You could have done any match to get Nigel a title match. Commander gets a title match against Moxley. Shane Taylor gets a title match against Moxley. You didn't need to do all of this. And when you put a part-timer over against regular characters, and it doesn't matter if you think Kyle O'Reilly is like a world title guy or not. He's obviously not. Nonetheless, you put an announcer over regular characters, the announcer loses, and then the announcer's not wrestling on TV after All In. That's how the post-All In AEW starts to feel cold. And to me, it's just so unnecessary to do all this just to get to Nigel and Mox. You could have built to Nigel and Mox in a fucking promo, and it would have accomplished the same goal. And to me, it's really hurt the build to the show.
There's an easy story to tell. They were in the same
HWA.
I can't remember his name. Les
Thatcher.
They're both in that camp. They trained at the same time. They were the same training class. There's an
Now-
easy story to tell there.
If you at least if you have, and look, we're complaining before we know.
I should have had your career, Mox. I was better than you. It was taken away from me. So I'm going to take something from you. There's a totally better story they could have done that's based in real shit. But no, we got a cup.
And the thing is, this is based on the FA Cup, where all the teams in England face each other. The biggest lure of the FA Cup is being at Wembley for the final and semi-final, and the upsets that happen every year with a third division team beating a Premier League team. The best example of that in this tournament probably was Nigel, because they didn't take a Blake Christian or somebody who, in theory, could have made it happen, an Ace Austin maybe, and could have been elevated to that level where it's at least believable. Nigel was the best example. All it takes is one promo, click that in, at Wembley, I get my shot. It might blur a little bit into what Ospreay said with he wanted the ball with the World Cup and all of that with England.
I agree,
But
Eric.
that little connective tissue, assuming we're getting Nigel and Moxley, that would turn this up immediately. It's just that needs to happen. And the fact that it hasn't happened yet, I understand what you're saying.
And also,
easy thing they could have did. Moxley is having some sort of match. He bumps into Nigel a little aggressively. Nigel gets up, and then they argue a bit, and then after that, Moxley kind of antagonizes him a little bit.
Or Nigel's just calling a match, and they get into it.
Yeah, it's something like that, just something. And then he antagonizes him a bit by bit, and then you get that big moment of Nigel getting up, like, you know what? No more of this. And then there you go. Then he cuts the promo that y'all all bought up, and then we got the match at Wembley. That's simple.
But I think the reason why we got
Joe Morrissey.
the reason why I think we got the tournament
Good shot, Brandon.
is because I think that's like a go-to for Tony. I think because they usually work in some ways, that I think he was like, okay, we'll do this again and see if this works. It didn't, but I think that's why we got it. But I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying I think that's why we got it.
Do we get Oasis on Sunday?
Yeah.
Even if, but I want to emphasize, like,
Depending on how much money he spent on new talent.
Even if the promo tomorrow is good, even if the match is great, even if like we come on the review show next week and we're like, that was actually like a great match, it still will always have this fundamental problem of what happens next. This is what I'm talking, like, at least Cope and Christian, the Bucks, I know there's like more there to help the fall not be a waste of time. If you do all this hoopla about this tournament, and Nigel just loses and Nigel's just on commentary, and now Mox is just defending the title against other guys on the roster, it's like, why? Why did we waste this precious equity going into All In? Even if the match is great, Mox could have a great match with a lot of the roster. That's not a good enough defense. So I think it just fundamentally, now this could all be moot if Kyle wins and Kyle actually wins the belt. Then you're accomplishing something. But I'm tired of them like wasting time on stuff that is not followed through. Like the Sting retirement, as much as everybody loved it, it didn't give you a reason to keep watching the show after it ended. And the guy that Sting beat were then the top heels in the company the next 2 months. I will always maintain with Jake that hurt the company. You could have Sting win the match, that's fine. But you don't have the Bucks be the top heels in the company the next 2 months. You can't devote all this equity for the Nigel moment. Nigel loses, and then there's no follow through the next month after, the 2 months after.
The only way that I'm kind of with Kid, the only way I'd be like, this is big enough for this show is if Nigel retires and then we never see him on commentary again. But they're not going to do that.
Like Brock did at WrestleMania? Sorry, had to.
Oh, God.
Hopefully it's great. Hopefully. It's not like I want the match to suck. Hopefully it's good. But it's still a waste.
I agree.
The gauntlet match, Ciampa, Andrade, and MJF, no one's announced so far. But I mean, how do you even predict it? I mean,
I think it needs
surprises?
to go. I think it needs to go
Ilya
fast.
Dragunov for sure. That's like a given. Like, how many times has Tony Khan brought up Ilya Dragunov this week in interviews? It's kind of crazy. It's clear he's a giant fan, as he should be.
As he should
but
be. Yeah.
He's probably going to be number 3, if I had to guess.
Because Nigel was 3 2 years ago. Or last year.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, 2 years. Who was 3 last year? I do not remember off the top of my head.
Shit about that.
MJF and Briscoe were 1 and 2.
I was going to say, was it Briscoe? It was not Mystico. Mystico came out at like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
We'll get lots of
surprises.
We'll get lots of surprises.
Speaking of funny interview moments, Will Ospreay thinks Wembley's going to sing Me Muero.
They can hum it.
Like humming in church when you don't know the songs, just humming.
Oh, I do that now when Mystico comes out. I just say noise. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Oh yeah, Buddy. That is a good point. Pasta. Buddy Murphy is cleared now, so he'll probably show
he'll
up.
be in it. I mean, it worked for Minoru Suzuki for so many years, but did you know any awards of that besides Kazu Ninare?
I do. I'm not gonna sing it now, but I do.
I know the whole song.
I
did that song at
He's not
karaoke.
gonna sing it.
Freaking Chase sung the whole fucking song. I was sitting next to him.
What, Kaze
Oh yeah, when Minoru came out, because I was looking at the Tron, and they already had it queued up, and it said King of Pro Wrestling, and I marked out, and Josh was like, "What are you jumping up and down for?" And I was like,
I stand corrected. And I would honestly say that probably not that I have any basis for this, but I would think Japanese is a little bit harder of a language to master than Spanish would be. But who knows?
Very.
Yeah.
Look,
I don't know,
I think
kid. What do you
Japanese-
think?
About what?
Kid, he ain't even paying attention.
I was paying attention until the last like 10 seconds. Just saying. What's up?
Which is a harder language?
Japanese or
or
Spanish?
Japanese?
Well, how would I know Japanese? Like,
but I'm just saying, you know Spanish is what I was asking.
from what I've heard, Japanese is closer to a 1-to-1 alphabetic translation than most languages to English. So from that perspective, I would actually think learning Japanese might be easier for that reason.
Like reading it and stuff. Not
Yeah, because Spanish have a lot of the syntax of the verbiage in Spanish is really complicated. Like it's not
There's
just
6
knowing the
different
words.
words for
Yes.
one word, whereas
The word
we
has
use
different
the
spelling
word with 6
depending on-
different modifiers.
Yeah, because like if you in English want to say like I did this, right, as like any word that you wanted to do to your person, like I did this, I ran, I swam, etc. There's only so many ways you could say that. In Spanish, you could say that like 6 different ways, depending on your
Same
target
thing.
audience,
Soy.
depending who
Same
the target
thing.
audience is.
Yes.
Same
So
thing.
that's why it's
because
more
you've
difficult.
got the tenses, and you've got like some words are both male and female.
Anyway,
and
whatever. These Brits ain't gonna sing this
The,
song. Will.
the only
I hate to
wrestling
tell you.
podcast that will let you know about fucking different foreign languages around the
They,
world.
they
Whatever
ain't
that
singing
is.
this song, Mr. Ospreay. I'm sorry.
They didn't even.
There's
Really
a better chance of your boy coming out at the end of that show than the British.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hey, man.
I mean, I hate to say it with the Wembley comparison that Ospreay's making and how loudly on Monday Enzo Fernandez got booed at Fulham. I know it's not a 1-to-1 translation, but they're not doing anything like that right now.
I think.
Yeah. Anything else in that match? Yeah.
Well, I'm annoyed at MJF as the MJF defender. I want to kind of give him shit for this because I think this is very classic MJF, where he's not wrestling for the world title. He's either not on the show adjacent to the world title in some form by being in the gauntlet, which is the same thing he did last year at All In, or he's like in a super minimized role where he's like there but he's not wrestling, kind of like when he accompanied the Hurt Syndicate out at Double or Nothing 2025. I think it's selfish. I think the show is hurt by not doing MJF Andrade. And again, I hate to belabor the point, but we talk about this all the time. When they burn equity on something and then it's not paid off or it's not followed through. This is a great example. You built MJF Andrade on TV for months and months in high-level spots, main event angles, main events, like semi-main events of pay-per-views. You were telling this story. And to not pay it off in a single
Yeah,
match
just do
now-
the match. Just do the match.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
And it's entirely because MJF is more connected to the world title scene at All In by being in this gauntlet match. And I think it's shitty. I think MJF should have taken one for the team here. It's okay to be away from the world title. Pay off this Andrade story now. You'll get a title shot later. Instead, what I think is probably going to happen is it wouldn't surprise me if they just do exactly what they did last year. MJF wins the gauntlet, challenges Ospreay, loses, fights with Andrade at the next pay-per-view in some blow-off match like he did with Mark Briscoe, loses that, and then he's just off TV. Like from
Yeah, that's annoying. I hope not. That's annoying as fuck, man.
I again, like, why did the CM Punk crash outs in 2022 and 2023 hurt the company? Because he got all this equity and then he was just gone off the TV. He beats Mox and then Mox has to carry the company as world champion. He beats Samoa Joe and then Samoa Joe's the main antagonist towards MJF. That's the stuff that hurts AEW. When we devote a lot of TV time to something that doesn't go anywhere. Same thing with the Nigel thing not going past All In, and the MJF Andrade thing not being paid off here. They'll probably do it at one of the B pay-per-views in the fall, but that match really needed to be here. And it's a disappointment that it's not here.
I'm with you.
I think that hurts pro wrestling in general. It's not an AEW thing. Like, where's The Rock?
He's training for Broadway, where he will be doing The Odd Couple with Kevin Hart.
I was gonna say he's gonna be in the new Paddington musical. Where's he gonna be?
No, they're doing a run of The Odd Couple with him and Kevin Hart.
Great,
the
can't wait
hell?
to see that.
They're training right now for being able to sing, which neither man can do.
Women's tag title match, Divine Dominion.
You didn't know about that,
Roland
Marquis?
Burks
No.
What y'all got to say about this match?
No, what was the match, Brent? I ain't hear you.
Brawling Birds.
Brawling
and Divine
Birds
Dominion.
versus Divine Dominion. Niccolo Pacquiao can go fuck off. That's what I gotta say about the Divine Dominion. Fuck that guy. Gee,
Who's
did you
that?
see that shit he did today?
No.
Y'all gotta help me out. What happened?
Who's this?
Oh,
Who?
him and Joey went at it. And he did a Josh and mentioned Megan in a tweet and said, "You let this guy fuck you?"
Oh
After
man!
some shit he
Oh,
said to
man. Whoa!
That'll be my time.
Whoa. Eric, like, yeah, I'm out of here on that. note.
right there's where I draw it. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he did that. That's
I didn't know that either.
That all happened
what it
today.
is.
Yeah.
What is anything about this match? I'm just
They'll-
tired
they'll
of I'm
win.
just tired of
Okay.
Jamie Hayter being in a tag team. She needs to be by herself going for a world title.
Should be a good match though.
So
You sure?
does Windsor get,
Yeah, I think
because
we do.
knowing what's coming down, and I don't want to make this assumption, but is Windsor the most over person in this match due to what is likely
Yes.
going to end
Yeah.
the show?
Yes.
Does she get
Yeah.
preferential treatment because of it?
She'll probably
Yes.
get
In the ring,
She'll,
does she-
Yeah,
she'll
yeah,
probably
they'll
get the
probably
win.
win. They'll probably win. Kid said, "You sure?"
The Divine Dominion match. Like, I am sure Mercedes and Willow can be great. Will be great. Those two.
I'm
have
not
earned
saying
that
great.
equity.
I'm not saying great.
I'm adjusting to your level. I'm adjusting to your level. I know Mercedes and Willow could deliver great. You're saying good here. I'm saying I don't even think Divine Dominion's earned that benefit of the doubt. They've had like one good match in 6 months.
And
I
that
am
was
not
because of
feeling Lena
Olympia.
Cross, to be honest with you.
I think I'm actually for the Brawling Birds to win because, look, man, these tag titles are here. They're here, man. Whether y'all like them or not, they're
You
in
know
this
why.
company.
But then next month we
Doesn't
gotta
matter.
see them. But next month we
Doesn't-
gotta go against Sky Blue and
No,
Julia
not
Hart
necessarily.
versus those
Not,
two.
not if they find a better team. Not if they
Fine.
take two women.
But the show-
You know what I mean?
But the show, where I think this match hurts is that this show is really missing heat, like up and down the card, and like the multi-man matches inherently are going to lack juice for all the reasons that Josh always complains about. Validly, I'm saying, and the Mox Nigel match is probably not going to have the juice going into the show that it should have because of all the time spent on this tournament. The Bucks Cope Cage thing, it's a fun like dream concept, but it doesn't have a lot of heat to the feud itself. And there's been time spent on this match that could have been spent on something else. And it's a trade like this has gotten like the same treatment on TV as like Darby and Kevin Knight. And it's like, you know, we really could have had another match in this match's place if these titles didn't exist. That would have added some real heat and juice to the card. And that's where doing this match hurts. I get what Markim's saying. You might as well use them. I don't know. They have a Ring of Honor title that they don't use, even though it exists.
I mean, that's
on the
not
company.
good either. That's not good
Yeah,
either.
it's not.
Should have done Hayter versus Windsor for the TBS title, and you got a great match.
That's not the TBS champion though. The TBS
Right, I'm
champion
saying that's what they
is your
should.
homegirl.
You said it like I don't have an issue with her.
No, I probably should have said it to Chase. I probably should have
Yeah, I ain't got no issue with her.
Chase's homegirl. Chase's homegirl.
You be looking up her stats and stuff.
Nah, that was crazy. I did some homework. I did some research. That was wild. That was.
Look, man, I just had to understand, and she's just a black Phil Brooks.
Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous. Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin, Falls Count Anywhere for the TNT title.
It
Match
should be
will
amazing.
Absolutely
This is
insane.
my second most anticipated match on the show.
What's the crazy thing he does? It feels like now we're like, okay.
Which one? Which one? I think they're both going to do
I,
crazy shit.
I meant Darby.
Bungee jump out of a helicopter entrance. Bungee jump out of helicopter entrance.
Kevin Knight doing that coast to coast of the chair. I was like, yo, don't break your fucking foot like that, man. Like, yeah, they some crazy guys.
I mean, even when he did a double or nothing was, from the angle, is crazy hard, and he nailed that. But like, I mean, this match will, honestly, this might open the show if Mercedes is not winning. Like, this would get in my opinion, this would get the crowd hot, especially if you do the bungee thing. Like, oh my god. Like, actually, I think I just answered my own question from earlier. What is the reason for the pre-show? Darby's flight in. That would work.
Kind of weird. But
Is he in a helicopter right now? Yeah. That's how you start the show. You start
Yeah.
with Darby Allin's hovering the stadium in a helicopter.
But also, you're gonna have a, the Falls County where you're gonna have Don Callis' family come out, the C team, to try to help Kevin Knight, and then Lights go out and Sting comes out to save the day. Can you do that during the daytime? You gotta wait
Is
a
it
little bit till nighttime.
is it Sting or is it his son?
Oh, that guy.
Or both.
Both of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't even thinking about Sting. He's definitely gonna make an appearance. 100%.
but also the problem is like Falls Count Anywhere matches sometimes bring down segments of the crowd, especially in a stadium like this.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard to do that in the opener because the opener you want the crowd to be red hot. I think Bucks and Cope and Cage are going to open the show, and I think that's
Just
like
open the show with Cope's entrance.
Yes, Cope's entrance. They'll do the sing along. They do the Bucks match. They open with Bucks and FTR. They open with FTR and Cope and Cage at Double or Nothing. Like I think that's like your classic. This will be a 4-star match, and the crowd will be red hot for it. Like they get that spot. To Brandon's point, I think doing the chicanery, the interference, getting away from the ring, I think that's hard in the opener.
I think they can't do a lot of crowd brawling. I think it has to be very.
It's Falls Count Anywhere.
Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, but I think you gotta like.
Yeah, I don't think it's for the crowd brawl. I think it's because wherever the pin happens,
Go to the
Right,
stage
yeah.
or something like that.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Right,
sort
yeah.
nuts.
Do a Shane McMahon drop or something. Anything else on that match?
I mean, Darby winning, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Uncle Kevin.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, in AEW, this is the only. I didn't mention this earlier. This is the only argument against Willow winning is that they did that stupid thing they love to do when they had Willow pin Mercedes in Grand Slam Mexico. They did this with Ospreay and Mox. No one remembers this. That Ospreay pinned Mox on Dynamite the week of Dynasty, and the story of Dynasty was that Mox took him out and fucked up his neck. That week, Ospreay pinned him clean. And they do this all the time, where they have the person who's not going to win the big match win on TV. Bandito, Kyle Fletcher, another example, and then they flip the result on the pay-per-view. They did that
How many
with
times
Mercedes.
WWE did that for 25 years as well? It's a
Yes.
trope,
And
unfortunately.
AEW loves doing it too. Like Swerve.
Yeah.
Swerve and Ricochet before Revolution 2025, another example. They love doing that. And because Knight beat Darby on TV, this is a while back, this is before Redemption, kind of makes me think that Darby's winning the belt.
International Fletcher, Okada, and Takeshita.
Fucking amazing. If it's not fucking amazing, I'll be shocked.
What has Okada been doing for 3 months? Just
Chilling.
Chilling, waiting for this match.
It's hanging out.
Your beach.
I mean,
Tony Khan has learned his lesson. If this guy's not going to give a fuck, that's totally fine. Then only use him when he's wrestling guys that he will give a fuck against. And I fully endorse that philosophy with Okada. He could be on the show, but just don't waste my time with the shitty Dynamite match that no one cares about. Have him out, Double or Nothing, straight to this match. Perfect.
Have him in tags. Have him in 6-mans.
Like this is well built, all that stuff. But I mean,
You think it peaked too early? Do you think it peaked too early? Because I think it peaked too early.
What do you mean?
Well, that's usually happens in AEW though.
I think this isn't as hot as it felt after Double or Nothing. Like everyone knows the match is going to be awesome, but like remember that the peak of Okada Takeshita going into that show, all the drama behind that feud, how excited we all were for that match, the Kyle Fletcher return, how over that was, and turning on Takeshita. Does this match feel hotter now than it did then? Because I don't think it does.
Of course not.
No, but that's nearly impossible as well.
Yeah, but I think having Kyle beat Takeshita, I think in hindsight, maybe not the best thing for this feud. It kind of cooled off Takeshita a little bit. Kyle's the same either way, whether he did or didn't win that match. I don't know. I don't feel the juice. I understand their logic is probably you need Kyle and Okada in that antagonistic role, and it's probably better to do that if Kyle's champion than if Takeshita's champion. But I still think they could have found a way to tease it.
Oh yeah, you're right. They probably should have just kept it on Takeshita, and while he was in Japan doing his stuff, you have like this growing thing between those two, and then Takeshita comes back, and then it gets to the point where we got to. You know what, kid? They probably should have just kept the belt on Takeshita. I think you're right about that.
Because I think Takeshita's winning, so I think we're just going to kind of end up at the same place, and it's not bad for the long term or anything like that. But I think it kind of hurt the buzz going into the show a little bit.
And again, I think this is another match where you need one slight flick of the wrist, and it gets white hot. On tomorrow night, if there's some 3-way pull apart of these guys hate each other, you're good. There you go. That's why they go home. Show
That is true.
matters.
That is
Like
true.
this match does not need much to become white hot, and I think that hopefully they've saved the best episode of
Don
Dynamite
Callis.
of the year right here. But I think a lot of
Callis
these
trying
matches,
to calm everybody down, and then they just
and he gets hit in the crossfires, and everybody's like, uh-oh, or like pushed to the ground or something. Great.
Do we get the Kyle turn, or are we still too soon? What do y'all think?
Well, I think the Kevin thing has to happen first.
I think
That's clearly what they're building to.
they're setting up Kyle. Like they did it first with Takeshita, then they did it with Andrade, and very clearly Kyle's next, the next guy to turn face on the DCF and leave. And I just don't know if it's happening now or if it's happening a few weeks from now. Unclear. But yeah,
You think Kyle over Kevin?
Yeah, Kyle will be the one. Kevin just turned. Kevin's not turning.
Yeah.
And the whole, and I kind of even said this on our show going into Redemption, Eric. It was kind of strange to me, but Kevin was positioned ahead of Fletcher and Okada for like 2 months. He was like the number one guy in the DCF, not Fletcher and Okada. It was very interesting, and obviously they're using that to tease this jealousy with Kyle. And I think the end result of that is that Kyle turns. Kevin's like the new alpha of the Don Callis family, and then you do Fletcher and Kevin Knight for the TNT title at some point.
As long as both are out by the end of 2026, I think I'm all right, no matter how it goes.
Might be too much to have both of them turn this year, but I think one will, and I think it'll be Kyle.
One at World's End, one in the next couple of weeks.
Because Kevin was just turned, like in May.
Yeah, but as you've noted, 3 months is a long time in the world of professional wrestling.
Fair.
It's not like it was like, oh, I just used you to get ahead. He's clearly benefited from it, but I do understand where you're coming from too.
I think there's more meat. There's more meat on the bone with Kevin Knight as a heel, though.
Oh, definitely.
And I mean, I guess same with Fletcher, but not as much as it is with Kevin Knight.
Fletcher's been heel for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like if people
want,
but you don't want to see Ospreay and Fletcher and see that for the world title.
They can still do it even if he turns.
I don't really want it as much as everyone else does. It's almost more interesting to do it with Fletcher as a babyface because at least that's different. If you do it with Fletcher as a heel, it's like, so we're just kind of repeating the feud they already had in 2025, late 2024. Like
hey, kid, I'm agreeing with you a lot tonight. This is getting on my nerves. I agree. I'm with you.
Like there's so many, especially when Ospreay's champion. There's so many guys that Ospreay can have 4.5 star matches with in this company. Like there's so many,
including Kyle Fletcher.
I know, but why would I want to see that instead of something fresh like Ospreay and Bandito, like Ospreay and Moxley in this specific feud, which is different than how they did it like back in March. Like I would more in the mood for something that hasn't been done 3 times on pay-per-view, like Ospreay Fletcher has.
Hey man, I like all those Okada Tanahashi matches. You know what I'm saying?
But does anyone disagree with me that Takeshita's winning this? Because I think the payoff to all of this is that Takeshita finally beats the Don Callis family. That's what I would think.
Just gets the belt back?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because what's the long-term story device of this match? It's eventually splitting, like tension with Kyle Fletcher and the Don Callis family. How do you do that with Kyle winning this match? You can maybe do it with Okada winning this match, I guess. But I think it's cleaner to have Takeshita win, and Takeshita finally got his revenge on Fletcher and Okada. He finally beat them. He can move on with his life. And then Fletcher and Okada are left picking up the pieces.
I don't know if he has to lose right now, but I would assume he'll lose before C2 happens because I assume he will win that. But
because Fletcher can get a title whenever. Fletcher can beat Kevin Knight for the TNT title whenever they do that.
Should do it now.
Yeah, I think Takeshita.
Do it now, goddamn you, now.
And in the trios titles match, the one that's not, we'll see if it's a ladder match.
God.
But
everyone,
a bunch of people.
Swerve, Austin, Kofi are winning this.
You sure?
What?
Okay, so again, it's about the journey. How exactly do you debut them? It can't just be music, pyro. That's it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Put the
Yeah,
Kurt
why
Franklin
not, Eric?
on.
Why can't you do that?
Kurt
It needs to be a
Franklin on, and they come out.
little more on the bone to me.
No. You have Swerve come out, you have him come out first, and then you have them come out with whatever they're going to do, because it's very clear they're doing something different than what they were doing.
Revolution, Kurt Franklin. Let's do it.
You have Swerve come out. He got that shit-eating grin. And then, like Brandon said, the lights go out, and then you hear, "Do you want a revolution?"
And that's a built-in heat. That's a built-in heat in that.
You're damn right it is. You're damn right.
Because everybody whoop whoop take that away from what's his name?
Marty Scurll.
The guy used the whoop whoop guy from back in the day.
Marty
He
Scurll,
said it.
Marty Scurll.
He
Yes,
said
sorry, I
it.
didn't
We
hear it. Marty
shouldn't-
Scurll. Yes. Take it away from
said
him.
it.
And there you go. You got in their theme song.
Right.
Okay, so that would work, and that's and that I would be very, very happy if that happened. Only thing is, they need to make clear, and I think they should, both in arena and on the show, what they're going to be called, what their shtick is, just all of that. It can't be, here you go, here's WWE, former WWE guys. This company has done
like their whole animation thing was them ditching the unicorn bullshit.
No. There's a difference between doing that and in canon on TV. You can't assume every single person that's watching the show has seen that video.
No, but I think it's gonna be if they were just doing what they were doing, they wouldn't be debuting with Swerve. I think it's gonna be. I'm seriously wondering if they're gonna do what the original idea of the New Day was gonna be.
But is that going to work? Because they're going to get cheered.
Well, I think because I think they'll just be kind of heelish that are getting heels that are getting.
The original idea was a gospel trio. What are you talking about, Josh?
I didn't think it was a gospel trio. I thought
yes, it was.
No.
He's not talking about those vignettes. He's talking about when they first appeared on television. Like the vignettes were the gospel videos, and then when they appeared on television,
they're more like a righteous.
Yeah, more like a righteous, like yeah.
Right.
I remember that shit.
Man totally wanted them to be a mix.
100%. Like, because I remember those vignettes, and I was like, oh God, no. And then when they were in the ring, I was like, oh. And then it became what it.
And then it's because they revolted,
and they were like, we'll do this instead. But anyway,
and stood their ground, which more people should do in that fucking company.
Okay, so with that said, is that, I don't want to say is that enough? We've seen humongous debuts with this company before. It worked with Mercedes, worked with Punk, it worked with Danielson, yada, yada, yada. There needs to be at least one thing to differentiate them beyond the match, beyond their name, to make this a viral moment. If there's something come out of it, this the viral, it's absolutely this. They need a little something. I don't know what that something is.
Them coming out will be viral.
Beyond that.
No. I totally know what they can do, Eric. They can do the violent things that Swerve does in his matches because they've never done anything like that before.
That would work.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying if they do the, and I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the original idea of the gimmick, because the original idea of the gimmick wasn't even them doing the gospel stuff. Sure. It was more of them being like, basically what the Hurt Business is. That was the kind of the original idea, and Vince didn't like it when he saw it for the first time, and so he did what he did with them. So
right, and they just have to capitalize on that. Is all I'm saying. Because like Mercedes' debut, great. Here's an entrance. There needs to be a lot more meat on the bone with this one in particular. It's a big litmus test for me about how they do here. And I think that it's critical, because when you can capitalize on something like that, that's something AEW, I don't want to say they've never done. They've rarely done well.
But also,
and I think that this is a perfect opportunity.
Give them the chance for the first promo as well. Like, let's hear what you're going to say.
Yeah, I think I think they'll play kind of heelish there because everyone will be going crazy for them. And then when they do the first promo on Dynamite, that's when you get like the real them, or whatever it's going to be. So
I got a question for everybody. How much do y'all care about them dudes? Just on a personal level. I know I'm not talking about the business. I'm not talking about just you personally. How much y'all care?
How much
about what?
The New Day?
Yeah. The New Day? I mean, it's cool.
I care enough that I'm excited to see how they're going to do in this environment.
Like I am glad they're coming in so that because we can get the match that they always wanted with the Bucks. But then it's like they're here and that's cool and whatever.
Martine, don't you think it's a little bit better that it's in the tag division / trios division instead of the singles division?
Oh yeah, without question.
Because the hesitance, like with some of the other like WWE washes off coming here, is like, well, we're trying to push Kevin Knight, we're trying to push Bandito, we're trying to push Kyle Fletcher. Like, we don't want like to waste time on these guys. And in the tag division though, it's like after that big four, like we kind of have space for interesting New Day matches.
They need tag teams. And I personally have never liked those dudes, but I was just curious what y'all thought.
No, because I think you have fresh matches that people are gonna like.
Yeah, and I think one legacy effect, and I credit them for this a lot, and I think we'll see it more in the fall. I think one legacy effect of this Bucks FTR Cope and Cage thing is I really do think this feud is going to lead into them closing a pay-per-view, and you're going to really get these tag title matches like feel like second main events, third main events on these shows,
like
which
they
it had
used to, like they used to.
Yes, like way back. And I think New Day, that's where the New Day is filling a role, not just in an interesting tag team in a division that needs tag teams, but it also feels important on the show. It doesn't feel like, with all due respect, how the women's tag division feels. It feels like something that like captures a lot of your attention, you know? And I think that's going to be important. When tag teams are main eventing shows, you're going to need more teams like the New Day to pull that off.
Kid getting canceled tonight.
That's an unfortunate reality.
So the closing shot from this match is them just holding up the titles and yay, and then the rest on Wednesday.
Well,
I don't know if they have to win. I don't necessarily know if they have to win. Depends on who's
I
else
think
in this
they're gonna
match.
win.
I mean, Rick,
Eric is a skeptic. That's what I'm gathering from this. You're
I don't
skeptical
think
a
the
bit.
dog should win.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think Juice J and whoever the third one is should win.
Probably
Or it's
not.
probably gonna be Jay and the Guns, right?
maybe
Yeah, it's Jay and the Guns.
Yeah.
maybe that's
They cut the
also-
promo.
The Ciampa thing, I think, should open everyone's eyes. I don't think you should expect that from everybody. I think that's more likely going to age as
Right.
the outlier rather than the rule. But I think it should open everyone's eyes that none of
I will say this. I think when you see Austin actually on the mic without having to do WWE stuff, because he's so smart, I think you're gonna. I expect him to be much better and much and different than what people are expecting. But maybe I'm wrong.
Are we going to get a slight callback to Consequences Creed in the Titantron? Like some but not explicit because they do this more than people realize. Some like little nerdy callback,
Right.
like little
Yeah,
clip.
and they're good for that. They used to do that in the
Right.
WWE.
You might get
They
more
used
of
to
a up down reference before you get a Consequences
Bro, that's-
Creed.
No, they can't do that one. That's
No.
copyright.
To Josh's point,
Brother,
that should be on
brother,
Wednesday.
we violated that company's copyright. You don't do that, Brandon. They come after you. You got time for Steve Austin?
They're gonna
No.
be like, wait, what do you mean 360? And then
Do you remember 2 years ago when the Grit Your Teeth dudes debuted in Wembley Stadium in the tag team?
Oh yeah, what am I-
They're still there.
But compare that to this. Compare like when
Right.
we evaluate how the company's grown.
The crowd was hot when that happened. I just watched
Right.
it, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was hot. I love them dudes, man.
Should this kick off the show?
Pause, because I see Chase's face. Pay attention, goddammit. Get your mind out. Oh, I thought you was like, get your pause. What was that? That's what I thought you, yeah.
I think it's too much to open the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Okay.
and what makes this valuable, the only way this match is helpful, we've all complained about like the too many people on the show thing, but the only way that this match is helpful is that whenever there's a spot in the show that you usually expect the card to die, you could just throw this match in there instead.
Right.
And it won't. Because everyone will be excited for the debut.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
I also wonder if we get 2 matches out of this one match. In a way, like
Make it more.
you get basically it's one
It could-
match,
it
but
could
you're
tell
basically
multiple
having 2
stories.
matches.
Yeah.
But you're basically doing 2 matches in the one match.
Yeah, it could tell, depending who's in this, it could tell a bunch of stories, man. So that might be okay in that regard. I'm not-
Is there a limit on how many is too many?
people,
People,
if it's
Yeah,
a ladder
teams.
match, dog, you can't do more than like 4 teams. Like that's just
I think 4 teams should be the limit, anyways. Like I would, like I said, I
Good.
would be much
I agree,
better
yeah.
From your lips to God's ears, hopefully.
with the
we
2.
don't need a ladder
but-
match. Let's just not do a ladder match. Let's just not do it.
Okay,
Watch this is like the most fun match on the show. We all
it probably will
Of
be.
course it is. Yeah, of course.
No, if it's like a gauntlet, like or like there's like more than 4 teams in there, I don't think it will be remembered that way. I think people will remember the moment, not necessarily the match.
Like it needs to be just chaos. If it's just like a chaos, it'll be better.
Just don't go too
More-
long. Like that's
more
my fear
importantly,
of
how
this
much-
gauntlet match. Sorry.
How much Swerve Page content do we get here? Knowing their story, that will be key to this too for an arena. Like, is any time have they touched since the cage?
What last year? Swerve helped him win
Yeah.
the title.
Have they
But I
touched?
think he meant
Have they been
yeah,
opponents?
I mean, he was like in like a.
Have they
Like a
wrestled
match.
each other? No,
I hope
think-
not. I hope not.
Yeah. I hope we
They
tease it and we
doing
get nothing.
Well,
They
they've
teased doing a
teamed.
tag team, and they didn't.
They teamed
Thank God
together.
for that.
Yeah, for like a month, for like a week or 2, and then that was that.
All right, well, that's on Sunday. And We'll review it next week.
Y'all sound
Anything
so
else?
excited. What's going on? Like, why?
There's no
I'm
heat.
fucking tired, man.
There's the build, Markeem, like the show being delivering is kind of divorced from the build to get there, except for maybe the main event. Like Cage, Coke, Bucks, we think will deliver, but there's been nothing on the TV to get you excited to follow the story on a week-to-week basis.
My excitement on TV has been
the cup,
like, not
the
there.
damn. I'm telling you, it's the damn cup. That damn fucking tournament is
I
taking up
haven't
too much
finished the
time.
Dynamite live in like
Look, Marquine,
almost 2 months.
not every wrestling company can have crazy storylines.
We can't.
Follow
Not
through.
yet. 'Cause we
What?
don't actually know. We don't want to promise something we can't deliver yet. We don't know we don't know what's going down. I say wait.
Well, I say choose death. In our latest episode of Blue Moon Wrestling Theater, which you can watch on Blue Moon Wrestling Premium at patreon.com/Blue Moon Wrestling Show Premium. It's only $3. That's all you gotta pay. You can pay more if you want to, but it's only $3 and you get everything.
We'll talk more about the next episode because we don't know when we're actually going to do it. So.
We're doing that.
Hope you're
Monday.
ready for the
It's gonna
next
be-
episode.
It's gonna be Dagussa Enter the Dragon, and I'm gonna be a fusser while it's going on.
The show will be great.
What?
This show will be great.
What? Why are you doing that game? Oh, so you can bitch about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know why we're doing
2009 or 2010?
the first
The
one.
first,
The first one.
the
I was gonna say,
first
a few
Dragon
people were
Gate
there,
USA
John, man.
pay-per-view.
I say yeah, we could.
I have acquired a sealed copy, Josh.
Because this,
I'm gonna open it on this video.
Because Josh, if you don't remember, this fool the night of was like that pay-per-view was trash, and everybody was like, "We know you don't like Gabe Sapolsky, brother, but trash, that's crazy." And then the same conversation is gonna happen on Monday. I know you don't like Gabe Sapolsky, but trash. I know it's the same thing. Same thing's gonna happen.
So it's the DGU, not the first Evolve show. The first Evolve show is kind of
the first Evolve show.
No, if you want to watch the review of the first Evolve show, you can listen to Eric, myself, and Markeem review the first
Eric was
Evolve
on that show.
I was on that.
Nightmare Ball at Once channel from 2009.
Oh,
But-
man.
No, I'm not rewatching Evolve. Fuck that. And I'm not watching current Evolve. Fuck that too.
Didn't ask it. You can watch the
But-
four good Evolve shows they put out like a year for a while.
But if you're still wondering where's episode 2, 3, and 4, I'm about to be moving soon. So once I'm moved and I have my actual computer and not a fucking laptop and a MacBook, and I can do actual computer stuff, like handle that fucking 11-hour video thing we recorded, then that'll be done. But that's going to be in the coming weeks. So the jerk-off video game bullshit might be delayed a bit. But if you want to watch the archives, where can you go, Markeem?
Blue Moon Wrestling Premium.
Louder! More.
Blue-
You don't sound.
Blue Moon Wrestling Premium, our Patreon.